I am back. I'm here. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I actually had to post. I was like, you know what, y'all? These mornings go so quickly, but I was like, I need to post in the morning time because that is when I get the most traction. So that's a pro tip, just so that you guys know. As a pro tip, you want to make sure you are um, able to post in the morning so that people can see that post all day. How you doing? You are late. Yeah, I was just saying how I had to post and it took me longer than I anticipated. But what I've noticed, so the last couple of posts I've done in the afternoon after my 10 o'clock. Like you're live. Oh, okay, let me go here and like it. It's like, wait a minute, I can't do it there. Um, and so I've gone in the afternoon to post um, after I've started. I've done my 10 o'clock. One time, I think the most recent one was, I'm gonna say it was probably good morning, new subscriber. How you doing? How are you? How are you, creation? Oh, how are you, friend? You said I'm a new subscriber. Thank you for joining. I was talking to Yes Michelle. I appreciate you, creations. Thank you so much for being here. I'm about to get started on TikTok, but I was given a pro tip. So I was late because I'm supposed to start at 10, so now I'm almost 20 minutes late. But I was late because I wanted to post a video because what I've noticed, and I've seen some other people share this type of insight. In the mornings, you do better if you post in the morning your content because it has all day to kind of go through the cycle of people looking at it, possibly sharing and engaging. And I think a lot of my followers and community are people who are on the app in the mornings. Thank you for the welcome. You're welcome. And so I'm noticing that. And so I wanted to make sure I posted before I came on. That's why I was delayed. And so with doing that, I wanted to get it out and see if that was truly something I'm noting between it. Now, what I did in this series, though, um, there we go. Am I liking it? Hold on, I want to make sure I like it. Liking my live. What I've noticed also in this series is that I am doing a series about branding. Now, the algorithm has heard me talk about branding, so it's done okay. But I think some of the other contents from a live stream content creation, understanding going live, those videos do better. So, again, I'm just noting how the algorithm is favoring my content. And so that's something you want to pay attention to if you start understanding what the algorithm is doing is better. So I jumped on my most highly, how are you today? Oh, you're talking together. Hello, people. um, what I've noticed also in my other content. Hello, Vital. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. I'm chatting and connecting. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate everyone who's coming in. Make sure you like the live and comment. My moderator, Yes, Michelle Crochets, she is in the building. She is here to help and answer questions. You said new here. I appreciate you joining. So this is my go live, and I want you to monetize your expertise. So we're going to talk about that. I'm good. Thanks for asking. You're welcome, friend. And so we're gonna get to chatting. And what I do on this live is that I go live on TikTok as well because I want to make sure people are learning from both platforms. And so, yes, Michelle Crochet, she is my moderator. She is my YouTube expert. So I love her in terms of the support she's given. And so you want to connect with her. And then I tell people if you connect with both my page and subscribe to it, you can go to our shorts, put a comment there, like and subscribe. We will in turn do the same for you. The shorts we get notifications for, so it's helpful there too. Thank you so much. And everybody who's joining, feel free to like the live. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe as well and comment so we know you're here, you're supporting. Appreciate everybody joining. And so this is my live. It's Go Live with Go Live new subscriber. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And so um, I want to make sure that we are growing. This is our growth season. So I give tips and strategies on how to go live, both from a YouTube and TikTok perspective. I want to make sure you are taking advantage of this time that we have these platforms, and I want to see you grow. So that is what I'm doing. I spent a little time setting up my screen, so I gotta do my welcome message real quick for TikTok, and making sure I'm over here as well as welcome my title for my live. And so, thank you all. Hold on, I am on the wrong platform. That is not good. I was about to go live. People were like, "Where is Dr. Lisa?" Dr. Lisa is over on the other page. So that's something I'm going to have to pay attention to. I have another page where I just rebranded. So this is something else you need to know. Because I talk about rebranding. I'll talk about it in the live this morning so people understand that. But I rebranded my faceless page to become a TikTok shop page. And so I just launched that last night and I put it in my story. So I'll talk about that on the live so people know that that's out there. But also, a lot of the things I teach is just making sure you're being intentional about your live journey and just being consistent. And so, as you are engaging in this platform, both platforms, TikTok and YouTube, it's an opportunity for you to grow, but consistency is the key. And so, that's a whole lot of what I talk about. Just making sure you stay in it as much as possible. From TikTok, it talks about TikTok, that watch is ticking, and they know they want you here, they want you to engage, and they want you to support. So, my page on TikTok is Dr. Lisa. Launch Your Income also. I'm on both platforms and about to go live. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Make sure you like the live and comment. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch Your Income. Come on in. We are talking all things going live. I'm live both on YouTube and on TikTok. So please join me. We're going to talk about going live and monetizing your expertise, whether you have a physical product, a digital product, consultations, mentorship, whatever you are offering, you want to offer a solution for your audience, your target audience. And so you want to be intentional about identifying your audience as well as making sure you are offering solutions that they can use. How you doing, love? Thank you for joining, Stanley. Thank you for joining. We're going to get to chatting in a second. Come on in. As you can tell, TikTok has upgraded its platform so that now we have these little icons that's more than just the heart. Okay, hold on one second. I got a call. Wanted to make sure I am not distracted by the call. There we go, friends. I appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much. How you doing, Stacy? Everybody coming in, Jess. Thank you so much, Jesse Dean. Thank you for being here. So again, this is my 10 o'clock. This is my go live and monetize your expertise. Um, Thank you so much. Let's see. You said okay, you're giving your message. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. Okay, I appreciate you. How you doing, Crystal? Thank you for joining. We're gonna get started in a second. All that are coming in, I appreciate you joining. So let me know who you are, and if you're new to my room, put new in the chat. We'll get to chat in a second. This is I'm just starting. I came on super late, so I appreciate you all joining now, and come on in. As you can tell, I have the two platforms. I'm on YouTube and I co-stream on TikTok, so both platforms, and my moderator is Yes Michelle Crochet. She is on the live for YouTube as we speak. So I appreciate you all coming in here on TikTok. Thank you so much. How you doing, Ebony? Sweet Sense, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Nana's Best, thank you so much for joining. So as you join, what I teach in this live is how you engage. So we're going to talk about that because I usually have my 4 o'clock where I have my newbies, my people who are nervous, scared, shy, introverted. This is my level up. This is the conversation where you now are thinking big picture. Like, what are you doing here? What's the end game? How are you trying to engage? How are you trying to be successful? What does that look like in terms of your whole approach to this app, whether it's YouTube or TikTok, and you want to be intentional, okay? And so if you are intentional talking to your audience, your target audience, your right audience, then they will support. So you would just want to make sure you're engaged in that process from the onset. Ebony, how are you, friend? How's everything going? Lady B, thank you for joining. My friend that is user with all the numbers. We're going to help you get your profile together. Let me know if you have questions. We're going to talk about, I'm going to give you homework. If you stay with me, I'm going to give you some homework to make sure that TikTok is able to know who you are and make sure you're successful as you are navigating on the platform. Okay. Thank you so much, TikTok. Train, is that it? Train. Thank you so much, Tippy Hill. How are you, Tippy? Good morning, Tippy. Look at you. You didn't gain. You got up to level 4. I'm proud of you, friend. Look at you. Awesome. Good morning. Taryn, that's it. I don't know why I want to say something else. Taryn. I don't know why I say the R and the A. I flip them in my head. I'm sorry for that, friend. Yes, I'm doing well. I got some coins finally. I see you. You're like, look here. You will not talk about me no more, Dr. Lisa. I love it. Doretta, how are you? Hello, friend. Doretta, I messaged you back. So let me know. I think my times, I think I still have those times I sent you available today and tomorrow. So let me know, friend. Yes, you laughing at me. I know. Dr. Lisa been saying stuff to you for like the past 2 to 3 days, and you are on it, friend. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Okay, if ideally tomorrow's probably the better one. I think I gave you today and tomorrow. Let's do tomorrow if possible. If today works, that works too. I think I said 2 o'clocks. Appreciate your friends. Come on in. I see you all engaging. Come on in and connect. How you doing, Taryn? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, friend. Um, and all who are coming in, I appreciate the you're awesomes. And we'll get to chatting in a second. Good morning. I see my sub stickers. Awesome, awesome. And so we will get started in chatting. So I was sharing, TikTok made some few changes over the weekend on us. I should say as of Monday, it was yesterday. Came on live. We got these new emojis. So if you were not in my live yesterday, good morning. Is it Yadi? Yadia, thank you so much for being here. Roberta, thank you for joining. And so if you were not in my room yesterday, we talked a little bit about the changes here. And then as you think about very much when it comes to the daily heart meet, I usually get some new people. Good morning. Get to it. Love it, friend. And yes, Yadi. There we go, friend. See, I give people nicknames in a second, don't I? But I think that was a nickname that is appropriate. So, yes. Okay, awesome. And so, Doretta's going to come back. Doretta, I saw your message, friend. 2 o'clock today. So I'll see you. I'll send you a link for that. Good morning, Mean Green. Good morning, all. How are you, friend? Two today. I saw it pop up on my screen, so I was like, okay, 2 o'clock today it is. That is totally fine. I think I'm sandwiched, so I'm going to have to be pretty efficient in this live, you all. You're welcome. I'm gonna have to be pretty efficient because I want to make sure I can get to my appointments, and I think I'm gonna be back to back. And I'm gonna say this out loud because here's the deal. Because I just posted a couple things. I just posted my content for today because I just wrapped up a series on branding. So I want you all to take a look at that content. Let me know. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it from a serious perspective too, in terms of how I did that, because I want you all to think about your content creation. And if you are posting content for your audience, okay, I say it all the time, your target audience has to be your audience. You got to make sure that you are talking to the right people. And so I'm going to talk about branding because that's what I do here. And when I talk specifically, I talk about going live. This live is focused on monetizing your expertise. So a lot of that starts with your brand. It does. And so I want you all to be cognizant of that. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about knowing this app. So I get new people in the room all the time. Who are my new folks? If you are new, put new in the chat. And I know some people who've been with me for a few days now that is growing, like my friend Tippy. And she understands the assignment. She said, I'm gonna come back to Dr. Lisa because Dr. Lisa is so patient with me. I appreciate you, friends. So come on in. And so one thing to do when we talk about a live, we got to activate the live. So you guys are chatting and connecting, which is awesome. Yes, I learned so much. Yes. And so we're going to share the live. That's the other way to activate the live. If you click the arrow below, or if you touch my nose and my glasses, you want to spend some time activating the live. That's called power sharing, because you're sending it out to a lot of your supporters. And so I just sent it out to 15 of my supporters. I'm going to send it out some more. As a live host, you want to share your live. You want to send it out. You want the room to support with sending your live out. I talk about this all the time. I had um, one of my viewers, she came up and she asked could she be a guest because she was asking that question about how do you get people to engage. So what she had noticed, and this is a couple things that I teach here. I tell you all the time about engaging in the content, making sure that you are engaging in the content. Um, Thank you so much, Miss Face Card Never Declined. Thank you. How are you doing today? Thank you so much, Jack. Jay, let's stay on topic, friend, but I appreciate the compliment. Good morning. How you doing, Lizzie? Um, and so what I tell people to do is engage with the content and based on your niche, based on your topic, maybe even based on the target audience you're trying to get to. So if you're looking at talking to retirees, or if you're looking at talking to 40 people who are 40 years and older, beginners, whatever it is, you want to go to the comments. And I gave a post that said engage with viral worthy content because those content have the views, the likes, and the commenters. Those people are people who are interested in the same topic as you. So you want to start there. So my friend had started doing that. She had started making sure her engagement was intentional. However, what she noticed is that there were people who hadn't been going to Dr. Lisa, hadn't been coming to here, and they did not know how to engage. Okay. And so what I tell you all, what I teach early on here is that you need to, if you're going live, you need to make sure that you are being intentional about educating your community. As you are educating your community and helping them understand this app, they will support you. They will come back. They will continue to engage. Thank you so much for the your awesomes. How you doing, Trixie? And phenomenal. I appreciate you both. Come on in, Tab. Thank you for the rose. And so you want to make sure people are supporting. So people who like uh, the people who like your live, people who share your live, people who are commenting, that is support. But you have to tell people how to support. People who gift. TikTok wants you to give. TikTok is saying, okay, 60 to 80% of the gifts go to TikTok. So I tell you all the time, that is part of the approach. Now, what you want to do is also let people know the value added of their gifting, of their leveling up, getting their blue box, doing that engagement because it helps with your gift made a huge difference, didn't it? I I tell no stories here. I tell no stories. It is about how you engage. And that gifting matters. And so as you are engaging, thank you so much, Jimmy. I appreciate you. As you are engaging, it has a direct impact to your content. It has a direct impact to how your live performs. TikTok will push more people in your room. So that matters. I tell people that all the time. You want to make sure you are intentional about it. Um, And so you want to be intentional about that. So as you are engaging in a live, your comment, your shares, your likes, all that matters. The gifting. You know, I tell people about the wish box, the subscriptions, the gift gallery. All those things are part of how you can engage too. So you just want to make sure that you are engaging. So for this particular live host, she was like, okay, how do I message that? Hello again. I switched over to TikTok. Did you, friend? Thank you so much. I see you here. Thank you so much. I see you. I see you. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting both lives. You said I switched over to TikTok. I know it's hard because my live is off centered for YouTube, and I feel like I'm talking at the TikTok camera, and I'm not engaging as much. And so I'm trying my best to get to. I'm gonna switch the layout because when I was on my laptop, it was like I was looking head on, so I was talking to both screens. But now I'm like off centered again, so I gotta play around with my positioning for the YouTube. But I appreciate you joining over here. You said I switched over. I switched over. Good morning. How you doing, Sandy? I see you, friend. Thank you so much. You are, thank you for being here. So, we're going to talk about that because I want you all to engage. I want you guys to be able to talk to your audience. Like I said, my last two posts that I recently did, I just posted a three-part series that talked about branding. Um, And so I want to make sure I recap that with you all too, so that we have that also as something that you can think about. I'm going to both screens and I was getting messages, so I want to make sure I'm gonna have to respond to some messages once I get off too. So thank you so much. How you doing? Thank you so much. Bling patch, hat, shoes, and more. Look at you, friend. Appreciate you joining. Oh no, you are fine. I need to learn more about live and engaging on TikTok. There we go. That's what I do. That's what I do. I appreciate that. Yes. Um, And so we're gonna get to chatting. So as you guys are coming in, thank you so much. Alicia, you came in too, just a chair. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much, Tab. I appreciate you. Friend, come on in, sending the roses. So we're gonna get to chatting. I want to make sure you guys are thinking very intentionally about your next moves, okay? So learning here to is so worth the gifts. Oh, thank you. So I'm a cheer to that. That deserves a cheer, friend. Good morning. How you doing, Rituals? How you doing, friend? And so we want to make sure that we are actively engaged. And so when you come into someone's live, the first thing you want to do what my friend just did, Miss Lovely, and she came in and got her daily heart me. Good morning. I'm doing good. Love your laugh. I appreciate that. And so TikTok just gave us a flash goal. Let's see what TikTok is saying. Okay, send roses. That's it. We're gonna do the rose one. So one rose per person. That's what it's all about. This helps to activate the room. I tell you guys all the time, TikTok is trying its best to kind of make sure we are doing what we need to do. And I teach, when it comes to your live, these are the things that you're gonna have to do. So I say do the flash goal. The flash goal has been something that it makes people kind of engage a little bit more. If you are still trying to figure out how do you get that engagement going, you're gonna have to spend some time educating your community. That's it. I was sharing the story a little while ago about someone who came up, and she might pop in the room today. Um, where yes, Michelle, how are you, friend? You came over. You said, let me get my points. I appreciate your friend. Yes, Michelle, she's over. She's my moderator for YouTube. So she is over on the YouTube. You want to grab her while she's in the room. She is your person to help educate you and train you on YouTube. She's my person. I'm giving her, letting you guys have access to her. And so please connect with her. I truly appreciate and value her. So definitely connect with her if you are interested in learning YouTube. And if you go to our channels and go to a short, put a comment in, subscribe, like, and then subscribe. Subscribe always lasts so that that subscription will stick. So I want to make sure you guys understand the value of getting in that playground too. This is where you're going to see growth over time. Okay, it takes a little longer. I say it's a marathon, but at the end of the day, it's worth it because as you build that community, it will essentially become what's called evergreen content for you. Thank you so much for the sub stickers. Evergreen content where people can go based on the search engine, what they're looking for, your video, your short, whatever it is, will pop up for them, and then they can engage. And if you're intentional about that solution, okay, that you have in there, they will support you. So you just recognize that is a strategy. That is something that you can have over there. What did you say her name was? Yes, Michelle Crochets. Michelle put a comment in so I could ping you. If you're still over here, I don't see a comment. I'll ping you at the top, friend. Um, I don't know if you went back over to the YouTube playground. Oh, there she go. You said join me here, but link with with me there. I love it. She said join her here. Meet with her here on these TikTok streets, but gone over there to the to the YouTube playground and connect with her over there as well. What does pinning mean? Pinning. Oh, Sandy, you've been with me long enough to know pinning. Pinning. So you pin a comment, and when you pin a comment, you see where it says pinned. It says the comment's been pinned. You pin a comment, and you click the words that the person wrote. You click the words, and when you click the words, a screen pops up and it says pin comment. And so that's what I just did. I just pinned the comment. You said, I never pin comments. Oh, you said I'm old. You're not old. Good morning. How you doing, Mama T? I see your friend. How are you? Thank you so much for the popular vote. I appreciate you. So yeah, so um, when you pin comments, essentially, you'll see people pinning comments. It pins for 60 seconds. You can make it shorter. If you're in a room where there's moderators and the room is rooming, the chat is chatting, people will pin comments quickly. You'll see those pin comments go up and down pretty quickly. But essentially, it's a way for you to have the person up top and they can sit there and people can engage with that person. So the grow rooms, we spent a lot of time yesterday talking about those grow rooms too. So let me know if you have any questions. Only five more roses on the go box, you all. Let's go. Thank you so much, Mama T. Mama T, let me repin it because I forgot to do it yesterday and it went away. You said you said pin my comment. There we go. Let me repin. I think I need three more roses. Let me see if TikTok will let me pin it. No, it doesn't let me pin it. It's only every 5 minutes. It's been under 5 minutes. You said drop your rose. Yes. So um, so you definitely want to yeah, send a rose. I think we're down to our last couple roses. Those in a box. We're gonna engage. We're gonna comment. I'm gonna share with you all how to do that. We need two more roses over the next 10 minutes. So TikTok will let us do that. And it's one rose a person. That's how it goes. TikTok and these flash goes. But I so appreciate the roses. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate it. Two more. Yeah. Two more left. Yeah. And so as you are coming in, you want to have coins on your account. So I was talking earlier about educating your community about engaging. I had someone from, I think it was my 4 o'clock live. I don't think it was 10 o'clock. My 4 o'clock live, I had a friend come in who was one of you all, and she is a live host. She is going live, and she's come often to my live and connected with me. She's part of my Instagram group. And essentially, she's like, Dr. Lisa, how do I get people to engage? She said, your viewers have come over to my live and they know what to do. It's the people who are in these TikTok streets that don't understand this app and don't know how to engage, and that's her audience. That's who she's connecting with. But there's a lot of people, similar people, maybe new people in this room, or people who were just starting off. They didn't understand. They didn't understand how to engage fully. And so to do that, you need to make sure you're being intentional about training your audience and telling them what to do. Mama T said, let's talk about it. Mama T said, help, please help with today's goal box. That's true. Thank you so much. The gift gallery and the flash goal. Let me see if I have. I'm gonna pin it one more time. There we go. There we go. We need two more roses, one per person to send out. Thank you so much, favorite. I appreciate you, Dimples. Thank you so much. All who are gifting, I appreciate the goal. We achieved the goal. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, TikTok. We got your goal. How you doing, Sultry Nan? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And TikTok's goal will go away a second, I guess. There we go. Awesome. So I appreciate you all. But that's important. So when you do the flash goal becomes another way. You say, great job, team. Mama T, I love it. Thank you. How you doing, Holly Q? I see your friend. Yeah, definitely come in, share the live. So as you are having your community, you tell them what to do. Tap in the screen. If you look right here, the hearts under my name, it says 6.5K taps have happened. Now, ideally, for your live to get really activated, you want to be upwards of 50K, 100K, and plus. That really creates that energy in the room. But when I tell people, I say when you start your live, you got to tell your audience very intentionally, in order for this live to be successful, we got to work together. We got to work together. We are a unit. We are in a relationship. This is a threesome between you, me, and TikTok. So letting people understand that they have a role to play. You're not just being a bystander when you come in someone's live. Ideally, the live host is either educating, entertaining, and inspiring you to move you forward. Now, you as a viewer need to engage. That is your role. Your role is all about engagement. Engagement comes from free support, tapping the screen, sharing out the live, and commenting. Okay, and then you have, um, viewers who will come up as a guest. And so if you are actively engaging in live, then you might be a guest. And then that becomes an opportunity for you to monetize too. So guests can monetize. And so just recognizing that this is all about your engagement. So if you're just sitting back watching and not commenting, not talking, the live host has no idea that you're even in the room. So you want to make sure that you're actively in the chat. You are connecting with other people. You are talking to them. You are building community and you're being intentional about it. He said, okay. Jeanette Smith, how are you, friend? He said, I'm here, Dr. Lisa. He said, okay. Look here, friend. You follow me too. Thank you for the follow. With that being said, I'm going to give you some homework. I'm going to give you some homework because you need, well, here, I appreciate you being here first and foremost. You need to have a bio, though. We got to put some words in that bio. So TikTok knows who you are. That's how you optimize your profile. So we're going to talk about that because I want to make sure you are successful. And as you are engaging in these TikTok lives and these TikTok streets, people are going to see you and they're going to say, okay, she's a high engager. She's out here really doing it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's so hard when nobody go ahead, go back. Oh, it says it's so hard. CeeLo Glow, thank you so much. Hold on, I missed your first comment. I want to go back. It's so hard when nobody comments. CeeLo Glow, are you saying from a live host perspective? Let me know. I know it is hard, but you gotta get people to connect. You all see me, let's dance. Mama T, that's right. Mama T, her comment is like, let's dance. And I engage a lot when I go into different lives. There you go. But I thrive on the comments when I'm on live. So you are live. Awesome, awesome. Let me do this real quick. Let's get to commenting. My live host in the room, live host perspective. Yes, awesome. Yes. Okay, live host in the room. Do me a favor. If you are a live host, put that you're a live host. Put that your time zone, your topic. Put that in the chat so we can see who's a live host in the room. And then my new people, my newbies. Put that you're new. Put your new to Dr. Lisa. I want to see who's new as well. So if you're a live host and you're new, put new and a live host. I appreciate you joining. If you're just new and you're trying to figure out this app, you are in the right room. Oh, Dr. Lisa shows us love by giving us homework. Yes, that is love. That is in love, okay? That is in love because I want you to be okay on these streets. I don't want you to feel like people are ignoring you, people are not engaging back, people are treating you, mistreating you in any kind of way. You should not feel mistreated. But if you know how to play the game, and it is a game, TikTok gamified this, it is a game. It is about you being very intentional about what you're doing as a viewer, and then you can take that to become a successful live host. Okay, that's the goal. You said I'm a live host and I talk about meditation, mindfulness, and I go in the afternoons. Awesome. How you doing? Look, I've never seen the microphone. Is that part of the new gifts? Let me know. Let me know, favorite. Was that part of the team gifts? I think it is. That's awesome. That was cute. A new live host. How you doing, Dimples? Q&A with a therapist live at 6 p.m. Central. Look at you. When you say live host, are you stating that those who have access to go live? Uh, actually people who are going live. Now, Blaine, you do have access to go live. Let me know where that question came from. Because you have access to go live. Now you're saying you have not gone live. Now, if you have not gone live, then no, you're not a live host yet. But you do have access to go live. And I need help. Dimple, you said terrific Tuesday. Love that. Look at there. Oh, the seashell. I love that. Oh gosh, shell energy. Ooh. That was cute. I talk about organic usefulness. Oh, like that. That's interesting. What does that mean? Hello, my beautiful. Hello, friend. How are you? So she said live 8 p.m. Eastern, Sunday through Thursday. Chill and chat with Sultry Nana. I love that. Yes. Yes. Look at you. New. Auntie. So you said I'm new. I am new. And you have live access to help you own your own business, travel, make money, network, gain financial freedom. I love it. Live host Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Also TikTok shop page revamping. Yes, you're a Florida girl here. Yes, she is. Then was you and well, you said I need help, so I came back up. I saw that. All right, friends, look at you, my live host 6 p.m. Pacific time, and live host at 11 a.m. Let's go back. Awesome, friends. I sell my natural fresh air fresheners made with essential oils on live. That's right, Shay Sprays. How is it going, friend? I can go live. I want to talk about travel. Yes. Yes, I have gone live and I sell my products. Okay, Bling, look at you. You are live. Okay, yeah, you're a live host. Yes, friend. Yes, you are absolutely a live host. So, yeah. So, if you are going live and you are hosting a room, you said my views are low. You said my views are low. Your views will improve. Now, let me say this. Okay, two things. I want to dispel a couple things. It takes time to build your community, your room. It takes time. I'm gonna say that up front because I know sometimes it feels like a little unnerving and you're up here and you're talking and it's only one or two people in the room or you don't get people to stay for a long time. That comes with time. Now, it also comes with you understanding your audience. It means that TikTok is understanding you and the topic you're bringing. So your title matters, your topic and those keywords you say early on matter. It also requires you to talk to your audience and get them to engage. So there's some finesse that has to happen early on and ongoing. And so I tell people it takes at least 30 days. I mean, those first 3 weeks, you'll start seeing some transition, some transformation, but it takes about 30 days for you to start seeing the uptick. And then that 60 day, then you see more people. And then you're like, okay, I see what I'm doing. I'm going to go back to my videos and my recordings and make some tweaks and changes. And then that 90 days is like, oh, okay, I got this. Interesting. Okay. So, hopefully, what you'll learn from here is some like tips and strategies how you can engage with your audience, how to get them to engage back, understanding what you need to do to talk to them in your own way. But you should be able to do it. I keep getting restricted. Ooh, what are you saying? What are you doing? He said, I need help. My views are low. So, hello, Regina. Good morning, Laura. Yeah, friend. Couple things. Okay, so drinking on your live. So, say you have, um, I'm not gonna show it, but say I have my cup here. Okay, we'll say that. So I sip over here and drink from that way. YouTube doesn't care, so I can do on YouTube. Cup over. I can drink it on YouTube, but here you can't. That's one thing. Driving is a no-no. So you want to be careful with that. When it comes to the words you're saying, you got to be careful. I tell people if you are promoting a product or selling something, I keep on my content disclosure. I'm sorry, I sent an invite by accident. My bad, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all coming in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Inspired Expressions, thank you for joining. When you have a chance, can you please share getting coins on the website? Oh yes, I will. Let me go there. Let me go up real quick because I came down to the bottom. Hello, how you doing, Inspired? How are you, friend? Live host growing Mike Roses listening to music. Time varies. I keep getting okay. So keep getting restricted. Let me just close out my thought there, and then I'll talk about getting coins. I see the sub stickers. Thank you so much. Um, the words you say to turn on your content disclosure because if you're representing your brand, you want to make sure you're able to speak about maybe other companies, organizations, other things that are related to your topic. So turn on your content disclosure. That is in the settings screen when you set up your title, or if you're in your live, you click the more button with the 3 dots, go there, go under settings, and turn on content disclosure. So that's where that's at. I would do that if you're getting restricted. Again, I don't know what your topic is and how your live is organized, but I would say that that's something you want to consider doing all the time. Coins, really quickly. In order to engage properly in a live, you got to make sure you have coins on your account. Coins on your account can be purchased in 2 different ways. If you click the gift box, scrolling, go down to the corner, it has the option for you to get more coins. I think there's a recharge or there's going to be a number there for you to click. It'll take you inside the app. There's a processing fee in the app. If you go to the website, www.tiktok.com, the forward slash symbol, coin, COIN. Go to the website. You can recharge there. You got to log in, recharge there. You don't have the processing fee, so you get a little bit more coins for your money. There's a percentage more that you get there. I tell people if you got 20,000 coins, you get 2,000 coins. That is plenty for you to navigate. There is a Get Coins app that TT has. Baby, you said, I think did you say that to me before? A Get Coins app. So yeah, so So TikTok has a couple different things they just rolled out, y'all. I mean, they have a lot of changes. I noticed on the TikTok Studio that page has changed. So yeah, so go get the Coins app. Just make sure you're getting the TikTok Coins app. There's a couple imposters out there that's scamming people. So you want to get the official one. TikTok, I know they had posted about that before because some people had downloaded the wrong app, and so you got to be careful. There's always some shady characters out there, y'all. So y'all got to be careful about the shady folks. And so just make sure you get the right app and go to the right website because there's some shady websites too. It's the same as the website. Yep. So go there and get your coins, recharge, and get coins there. In the app, you pay a little bit of a processing fee, so get a little bit more money for coins for your money. That's another way to do it. You said that's how I discovered you when we're searching for TikTok restrictions. Really, I hate to hear that. You said you found me. I appreciate you, friend. I'm here for you. So yeah, just be careful out there on the streets when you go live. If you want to message me if there's something in particular you're doing. Now, one of my subscriptions, let me say this out loud because I know I don't talk about my subscriptions enough. People will ask and I'll end up saying, oh, here's what it's about. I do offer 3 plans. I am doing my sub only live tomorrow. So anybody who's a subscriber, please come. I'm going to post about it. I'm going to do that today. That's my homework. I'm going to post about it so that you guys know I'm doing a sub only live. So come to that. That's 6:30 Eastern tomorrow. Wednesday, that is. And so the first plan is the plan that is covered for all 3 um, plan levels. Is where I do the sub only live, so sub only content, as well as, excuse me, as well as sub stickers and all that stuff. So you get all that. It is your way to engage and ask me anything. I pull you up. I want to answer questions. I give you a monetization tip. I want you to be great and successful. This is our time. So I say that all the time because I want you actually to do this. If you're doing this, and I know it's not easy. I say it all the time. It is not easy. It is a revamping of how you operate, how you think, how you engage, how you stay committed to something. It's all of that. But the payoff is good if you stay with it. Okay? So that's one thing. Sub Only Lives. My premium is where I do a profile review. I want to make sure, and I'm going to talk about branding, but I want to make sure you are thinking intentionally about your brand. Your brand matters. It matters and starts with your profile, whether it's your name, your bio, the content that you're producing, that it is directed towards your audience. Your audience want to make sure that they're learning and growing from you, so you need to brand accordingly. So that is part of it. The other thing I do, so I do a profile review and I'll give you some feedback on your profile, some things that could hopefully help you with synergy for the most part and making sure there's brand alignment. And then the other the other plan that I have is called the deluxe plan, in which I do a profile review as well as a live stream audit. So if you're somebody who's struggling with your live, you might want to do that plan. So I can come in and give you an audit, just give you some insights in terms of what you're doing early on with your live. So are you activating your live? Are you talking to the right audience? Are you saying those keywords? Are you connecting with your audience? Are you saying some things you shouldn't be saying, y'all? so um, or doing some things you shouldn't be doing. So that's what that's about. I've had a couple people who have gotten that plan, and obviously, it takes you to integrate the tips that I give you and the strategy, but it is helpful. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing in your life. Uh, yes, friend. Thank you so much. I see you all. Thank you so much. Um, Hope everyone's doing well. How you doing, Mom, Mother T, Daughter J? Thank you so much for being here. I am participating in a vocal competition coming up on TikTok. Oh, look at you. Registration starts June 2nd. Awesome. I agree. Thank you so much, friend. Hello. How you doing, Daquan? I was a short, and it guided me when to do and thank you. Oh, you're welcome, friend. Oh, it was a short. Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. It was a short on YouTube. Oh, nice. I have trouble understanding how to set up the subscription. Oh, okay. You have trouble dimples. What you mean? What do you mean? What are you getting, an error message? What are you thinking? Let me know what you saying about trouble. Has to be TikTok app. Okay. TikTok app and logo. Okay. Favorite is giving tips about the Coins app. You got to make sure it's the TikTok logo because there are some imposters out there. The TikTok app and logo. So pay attention to when you download the app if that's what you're doing. And she said the same with the website. Thank you all who have come in triumphant. I appreciate you. Dimple's trouble with the subscription, setting it up. So when you go to your subscription page, there are typically plans that you can select from. When you click a plan, you are going to say the price of that plan, and then it's going to take you to the main screen where you can add different benefits. Okay, so you can add some core benefits or you can add some customized benefits. And so once you add your benefits, you add the description and the title of it, and go from there. So are you thinking like what to include in it? I just walked kind of briefly walk through the mechanics of doing a subscription. But are you trying to say, okay, what should I add in my subscription? What should my subscription be? Let me know if that's what your question is. And really, what I would say to that is that you want to make sure that you're picking something. How you doing, Alicia? Good morning, friend. You want to pick something that people are going to support, as well as with my subscribers, I usually do a quick chat about and I could talk about this further tomorrow. So Dimples, maybe you come to tomorrow's live, and then we could sit down and just I could pull you up and we could just talk through maybe some of the things that you're experiencing with trying to decide or how to do it from a mechanics perspective, or if you're having questions about what to make your plan about. Okay. But in general, you want to have something where people are gonna yes, thanks. You're welcome, friend. You want to have something where people are going to want your subscription. So again, depending on your topic, depending on what you're doing in your live, you want to make sure there's value added. Okay, there's always value added. And so that's the first step. And then you could decide on how to make it ongoing if people are going to use it for, continue to subscribe and continue their subscription with you. Thank you so much, people. I appreciate you. How you doing, Bloom? I see your friend. How you doing, Pearl? Thank you so much for being here. And Mother T. So here's what we're gonna do. My new people in the room. I know I have a couple new people. Jeanette, I think you're still new. We can do this. Yes, we can. Jeanette, I think you're still new. Let me know if there's anybody else new in the room. I've had people come and go, but I want to make sure I'm answering questions and supporting my new folks. We're going to shift to a conversation about branding. In a second, I want to make sure you're understanding your brand identity too. So we'll talk about that. I just posted about this. I just posted part 3 of a 3-part series. So I'm going to kind of recap here for you all because I want you to be intentional about what you're doing as you're talking about your talking to your audience. And then I'll probably shift. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some things I'm doing too. So hello, how you doing, Angela? I appreciate you joining. Thank you, Social Nana. And so a couple things. Let me recap. Angela, are you a live host? Let me know if you're a live host too. I see you, Healed and Faithful, Virginia reality checks and laughs. I love that. Love that. Thank you, Social Nana, for sharing out the live. So I was just working on a brand kit in Canva. Look at you. Look at you, friend. Yes. Brand kits, just really quickly. Yes, you definitely want to get your brand kit going, guys. You want to make sure, especially if you are going live and you are building a community, you have a lot of followers, and if you are fortunate enough to have views on your account, a lot of likes and a lot of views, then that's also important where you start creating that brand kit where you can actually shop your brand kit to brands. You can send it to them. And so there's a couple websites that teach you that you can log on to and send it to them and just kind of introduce yourself and talk about how you guys can be in partnership. So certain brand deals, this is just a real quick high level. Certain brand deals start off with maybe products that they'll give you. Certain other brand deals will pay you to promote content based on their products and services. Yeah. So just recognize that is part of what you should be aspiring to do. That should be part of your list of things. When I talk typically, I talk about this live stream is a vehicle and it's under digital marketing. So you're going live, you're connecting with your community, you're branding yourself. And so as you're doing this, then you can easily transition to other opportunities and becoming an affiliate, thinking about brand deals. you know, doing the whole UGC, that's called user generated content, again, supporting brands. So recognizing that, that's another avenue. So thank you for saying that, Bloom. I don't get a chance to talk about that enough. I really do want this talk to be that for people too, because this is my level up conversation. So the mechanics of going live is part of it. Just understanding how to go live, how to get engagement in the room, how to build that community. But the other part of this is the monetization piece. Okay. So you want to be intentional about your monetization strategy. Your monetization strategy should not just be singular. Okay. You need to think about it in terms of multiple, multi-tiered, multifaceted. Okay. So as you are thinking about this, this is where it starts because you are building a community. And if you are going live and going live consistently, people are showing up and they're going to support you. And as you expand and broaden your horizons, then there's other opportunities that you can pursue as well. Okay. So I want you to think big picture here. That's what this live is supposed to be. This is supposed to be my level up live. So I want y'all to level up. Okay. So I was approached by two Gravitas Q reps and they were on my live yesterday. Awesome. That's good. You thinking about GQ? No shade to GQ. I think GQ was great. It, like I said, I think I outgrew them in terms of what I was looking for from my live journey. And so, as an agency, they might have just put me with the wrong creator manager. To be honest with y'all, I mean that could have been it. It could have been as simple as if they would have matched me with a better person, maybe I would have a different feeling about it. So it could be just that person was just not the right fit for me. So that I don't want to say the whole agency's that way, but I didn't get another person either. So it is what it is. Sort of, I'd rather sign up under. You say you'd rather sign up under me. I love that. We gonna cheer to that. I think I'm in a I well let me say this. It is on my radar of things to do for this account. But I'm in a holding pattern because I have to wait until I'm no longer with an agency, and then I have to work on getting a new opportunity, doing my own thing. So that's where I'm at. But I appreciate you. Look at you. Say I'm just gonna wait for you, Dr. Lisa. I am gonna wait. I feel you. I appreciate you so much. I'm started growing a lot with Gen X. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Are you saying you're let me see. Is that an agency? Let me know if that's what it is. I'm starting to grow a lot with Gen X. Are you saying Gen X generation? Is that what you mean? Gen Xers, stay at home moms, teachers, and just started sharing on content creation. Okay, Jackie. I just wanted to make sure where you were going with that. But it made sense to me. Yes. So you're talking about the different populations you're working with. Awesome. Engage, understood. Yes. I appreciate that engage. Look at you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your friend. I mean, let me know. I can wait to, because that's my background. Should I do a second page? Oh, wait a minute, friend. Okay, no, wait, Jackie, you're asking me a question. Let me see. You said I started growing a lot with Gen X, stay at home moms, teachers, and just started sharing on content creation. What just started sharing on content creation? Um, okay, I'm having a disconnect. So your audience is Gen X teachers and stay-at-home moms, and your topic is what? Content creation for them or content creation in general? I'm not making that connection there. So I'm assuming you're saying your audience is one group, and then content creation is something else you're trying to do. And so let me know if that's what you're saying. Thank you so much, all who are coming in. Let's stay on topic, friends. I see some of my friends who are in the room. Make sure you are connecting and sharing. I appreciate it. How you doing, Ramona? Thank you so much. Okay, so let's do this. Let me make sure we are connecting. Jackie, let me know if I'm answering your question, friend, because I think at the end of the day, second page is not a bad idea if you're going to try to be very niche specific. I guess I'm just trying to understand your audience that you're working. You're growing that audience on what topic? What are you sharing with that audience? And then you said content creation needs to be is something else that you're doing. It depends on what you're talking about because content creation can be an aspect of that. I mean, you don't necessarily need another page if you're going to be sharing content creation with that group and helping them with their approach. So, thank you so much. Um, and so, uh, when it comes to engagement, let's do this. you're going to tap the screen, you're going to share the live, and then we are going to make sure we're liking the live as well. And then we are going to comment. But I want you all to make sure you are commenting and connecting with people in a proper way. So Trinana, you are connecting with people too. So I'm going to ping your comment. So my newbies, my new people in the room, if you are new in the room, when you are connecting with people, you always want to make sure you read their bio, you learn a little bit about them. You don't use the whole scoop and follow and gotcha. That is not what this is. This is not a grow room. And grow rooms, you really shouldn't do that either because it looks like fake engagement. So you want to be careful. And some live hosts will actually caution you from engaging in that way. So you want to be cognizant of that. So as you connect with somebody, you can go to their profile, you click their photo, their screen pops up, you can click follow or maybe follow back if they've already followed you. And then right next to them is that at symbol. When you click the at symbol, you can actually write in words. So write in a message. So Social Nana said, I'm feeling your products, let's chill. I love that. I love that. And so again, just recognizing you want to put some words that are unique and hopefully engage in conversation. So you're saying hello, good morning, how are you, or let's chill. And so knowing that that is part of it, thank you so much. I appreciate you. This is a learn and earn room. Yes, it is, friend. Yes, it is. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, my friend with the symbols, make sure you put some words because you look kind of spammy. Let me know if you're if you have some words that you want to put because if you just keep putting emojis, you'll look spammy. So we probably have to let you go, friend. I'm sorry about that, but definitely use words, not emojis and stuff. And so that looks like a bot. So you want to be careful with that type of behavior. Um, with sharing out the live, and then I talked about so my new people would know blue boxes. Let me do that real quick because I had Jeanette. I talked about Jeanette. I don't know if you're still in the room, but if you are in the room, you want to have a bio. So I said that earlier. When you talk about your profile, has to be optimized. To optimize your profile, you need to make sure you put keywords. I say keywords because TikTok is using those words to categorize you, and it gets shared out to people who are looking for that type of content. So when you think about TikTok in particular, but all social media, YouTube as well. These are search engine optimization. So when you think about search engines, they have those keywords they use, and that's how they show you content that's based on those keywords. So as you put keywords in your bio, TikTok will categorize you and send that to people who are looking for it. Ideally, it goes first. Well, first it's going to go to your followers. So ideally, you have followers that want to engage with your content, and then it will go to the next round of people. Okay, so you want to be intentional about those keywords, and people need to know who you are and what you're doing. So you start there, and then when you come in lives, people are going to engage with you by clicking your profile, seeing those words, seeing what you're about, and then they will start engaging. So again, making sure you have words for the live sessions as well as for TikTok on your profile. And so that's something you want to do, and that's how you properly engage with people who have optimized their profile. Jackie, you said, hold on one second, you comment. I see the sub stickers. I was more over 50 beauty and Gen X fun. Thought I would teach SEO, but they aren't promoted. Okay, those videos aren't promoted. Um, you know, Jackie, here's what I would say though. The only caveat to what you're talking about, they're not promoted well. Yeah, you're gonna have to spend some time with training the algorithm that you want to do the SEO content. So if you kept doing that type of content, it would eventually get some traction. I would say that. I think sometimes it will take about 2 weeks for it to happen. I think sometimes we get a little frustrated because we're not seeing any traction with our content initially, but you would see that transition happen. But it does take time, so you could do it if that's what you wanted to do. I think to your point though, a second page probably is better to just start from scratch and just teach the algorithm from the onset that that's what you want to do. So to your point, that is exactly that's the approach I would take. Dr. Liz, thank you so much for helping. I wrote my bio after you pointed that out the other day. Look at you, friend. I am a Christian mother of three and mama to eight who loves the Lord completely. Look at you, friend. Oh, I love that. Awesome. Congratulations. You said, I wrote my bio. I love it. Engage. How are you, friend? Hi, good day. How you doing, Jesse? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you joining as well. Thank you so much. Let's see. That's awesome. So, Positive Flower, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all being here. Um, how are you doing today? I am doing great. Love me if you can. Hi everyone. I'm new. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much. So love me. You heard my bio conversation. I love me. You have homework now, so I want you to do your homework. Our friend has just done her homework, Ramona. So I want you to make sure you do your homework as well. Okay, friend. I love that. So thank you all for joining. So the other thing I want to say is, so I talked about tapping the screen. I talked about sharing out the live. If you press my nose, my glasses in the middle of the screen, you can share out the live to your friends, your supporters, your followers. That helps to activate the live. So if you have not shared my live, please take a moment to share out the live. That is helpful for the live. I want to make sure we are sharing the live to our supporters. I'm sharing out my own live. And so you can share out the live so that TikTok knows that you are here. Did it share out? Yeah, it did share out. Okay. And know that you're actively engaging. So that's another way to get people to engage in your live. My last thing I'm going to talk about the blue boxes. I talk about the blue boxes and then I'm going to transition. I talk about the blue boxes because I want you all to understand when you are in someone's live, if you do not have a blue box next to your name, people notice how well you engage. Okay, that is a reflection of your engagement. It is. It's how TikTok has this category, I guess for lack of a better word, to see who's doing what and at what level. Okay. Thank you so much, Christina and Sonia. Thank you so much for the Daily Heart Me friends coming in. I appreciate you getting your Daily Heart Me. So TikTok uses that. I shouldn't have used pronouns, but TikTok, it uses that as a way to say, okay, who's high engagers, who are engaging at all, who understands this app and understands why they're here. Okay? So that's what happens. That is part of a strategy that TikTok has. And guess what? Good morning. How are your friend feeling now? Guess what? TikTok, Ramona, thank you for the rose, friend. Um, TikTok uses that to help us understand. And live hosts, I hate to say this, y'all, and I'm going to say it out loud. They will use that and mistreat people and ignore people who don't have a blue box. It's not right. They shouldn't do it. But at the end of the day, it is something that people take note of. Okay? So you take note of that. Thank you so much, friend. And so as you are engaging in lives, you want to make sure you are actively engaging and supporting. It does matter in terms of your engagement. In order to get a blue box, you have to have coins on your account. So I say it all the time. If you're going to get coins on your account. Thank you so much, friends. I see you, friend. Get some coins. Oh wow, how unfair! Yeah, it's unfair. It's unfair, but it is a method. Gifting also helps you to level up. Yes, gifting is part of it. So TikTok wants you to gift. I tell you that all the time. I make no qualms about it because I need you to understand as a live host what's happening. So TikTok gets anywhere between 60 and 80%. That's 60 and 80%. So that means you get anywhere between 20 and 40%. That 60 to 80% is based on a couple things: how long you've gone live. So each live session, if you go live under, you get a percentage of your gifts based on the duration. So if you are going live for only 5 minutes, you only get 20%. If you go live 10 minutes, you get 30%. If you go live anywhere between, no, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes is 30%. Anywhere between 10 and 25% is 35%. And then 38% and higher is 25 minutes or more. Okay, blue box bias. Yes, blue box bias, y'all. It is. It is. It's a form of discrimination. It is. Thank you so much, friends. I know. So the blue box next to my name, right? Yes. Blaine, you're level 11. Let me say this. Hey, we made it. We make it do what it do. TT is a snitch. Yes. TT is snitching on folks. TT is telling the business. TT is saying, okay, look here. Some of these people are doing a whole lot. Some of these people are not doing so much. So TT is telling on you. So it is there for us to utilize the exchange option to build up my coins from gifts I receive. Yes. Sultry Nana, that's what I do as well. Yeah, I exchange my gifts for coins. I put it back into the universe. I put it back in the TikTok streets. That's how I do. Yep. But we love it here. We keep showing up. That's it. TikTok is messy. TikTok is real messy, y'all. TikTok is real messy. And now I know about the blue boxes. Pam said yes. TikTok is real, real messy. It's just messy, y'all. Just real messy. Because y'all go in these live rooms and y'all people looking at you like, I see you. I see what you do or what you don't do. So TikTok is real messy, y'all. But with that being said, I want you all to know to go in it and understand how to engage. So blue box real quick, let me do this. So if you click the Daily Heart Me, the Daily Heart Me is for this live. So I said two things. 60 to 80% for TikTok, 20 to 40% for you. It is based on duration. So I tell you all the time, how long you go live matters. So I say that to my live hosts because I want you guys to go live at least 30 minutes. So if you are getting gifts, if people are engaging in your live and you are interacting, then I want you to be at a point where you're getting upwards of 40%. So 40% is the max per live. The other way to do the monetization is duration and then how many new followers you have. So as people are coming into your live, you want to get into the habit of saying, hey, don't forget to follow the live host. Now, if they take a coin, you need a coin to do this, and click the Daily Heart Me, they instantly follow you. So it's an instant follow to you. So you want to encourage people to get the Daily Heart Me because that becomes an instant follow, but it also gives you that team that you're building. It says join my team. They renamed it to the fan club. So you are becoming a part of that fan club, and that is another form of monetization. Because as a live host, how you doing, Virginia? Thank you so much for the Daily Heart Me's. My friends coming in, I see you. I appreciate you. And so, thank you, disaster specialist. How you doing? You come back a couple times. Every time I see that, I think of. I live in Florida, so I think about the hurricanes. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So, not oh my gosh to you, but my mind goes to hurricane period. Thank you so much, friend. Um, and so the other thing is you are getting weekly missions. That's another pot of money that is pooling for you. Rewards. When you think about those weekly missions, one of them is like how many people are coming back to your live per week. Thank you so much for joining. So that's important to track that. So you got returners and then you got new people following you. Those two things you're monetized based on. Those are part of your metrics. So you want to get in the habit of talking about those to a certain extent. Guys, make sure you follow the live hosts. Make sure you come in and get your Daily Heart Me. As you're talking about that, just think about it from that perspective. Like, okay, this is how TikTok is measuring my success. Thank you so much, Popular Vote. Hey, how you doing, Joey? I appreciate your friend. And so the other thing I want you to pay attention to also is how many days you go live. So there's a lot of you who are going live maybe once a week or a couple times a week. You want to get to the point where you're going at least, you want to go over two. I say you want to be on average four to five for you really to see a difference. And if you can go daily, that is icing on top of the cake. Okay, so you want to really get in the habit because if you're looking to monetize and grow your community and grow quickly and understand how the algorithm is going to favor you, then it is based on that consistency and showing up. So that is part of a strategy. You got to be intentional about it. Ramona, thank you so much. And then the last thing, as you grow in your community, you'll see these leagues. It says popular vote now. It's going to change to league in a second. There it goes, league. As you are growing in your community, you are going to level up in your league. Essentially, that is the ranking that you're at, the category that TikTok has you at the moment. You are put in a league. Okay, so it starts with D5, and then it goes 4, 3, 2, 1. So you start off in the D's, and then you go into the C's, C5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you go into the B's, B5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you go into the A's. And the 8 is only 3, 2, 1. It doesn't have the 4 and the 5. And so recognizing those are people who are growing their diamonds. That's what you're collecting as a live host. You're collecting diamonds. And you are moving up in your league each day. Okay, so you want to pay attention to that. And if you move up in your league within that week, TikTok will give you a little bit of bonus. So I just kind of ran through what's called the scale live rewards. But as a live host, that's what you're paying attention to. Still learning so much. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. That's what this is all about. This is a learn room. This is for my folks. I want you guys to understand what's happening here. And so when I talked about the blue boxes, I tell you live hosts get diamonds. TikTok gives viewers points. So you're getting points for your engagement. So your engagement matters in the sense that TikTok says, okay, I see you as a high engager, and I'm going to give you a box and I'm going to help you level up. Oh, thank you. I'm D2. So I have some growing to do. Yeah, well, yeah, you do. You have some growing to do. Now, I'll say, here's what happens, y'all. It gets harder as you go up in the leagues to get out of that league. So there's some strategies in terms of battling to get more diamonds. So all this is based on how you're collecting diamonds and stuff. So it becomes a little bit more challenging just to move up and move up in those rankings. And so people who are in the A League, they're doing stuff. They are doing stuff from a battling perspective. They've kind of gamified in that way and mastered that area, or their grow rooms. So they're actively engaging and having people connect with each other. So that's what they're doing at that level. I haven't seen too many, unless you're like an entertainer, like you're a singer or you play an instrument. And there's a few other rooms that perform really well, but most cases they're typically into the battle culture, and they have a team of people that they're working with, as well as the grow room culture. Can you briefly go over the live rewards again? Joy with Jane? Sure. Let me recap. Um, and so, Joy, let me say this, and this is for everybody else in the room. I always have to do my quick YouTube commercial. I am I am co-streaming on YouTube. You see me right there. Okay, right there, co-streaming. And so this live is recorded for you. And so anything I said, I'm going to repeat what I just said about the Skill Lock Rewards, but everything that you need, you can go back to it. It's there for you. I co-stream on purpose so that I can obviously build up my YouTube channel. So make sure you go to Dr. Lisa, launch your income on YouTube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe always lasts because YouTube doesn't like fake engagement. My moderator is Yes Michelle Crochets. She's probably in the chat right now. I know she had to step away for a second, but she is great with understanding YouTube, so connect with her. But essentially, I have YouTube as a way to kind of capture these lives, y'all. Okay. So, Iron Diamonds, do you redeem them for more gifts? Oh, Jackie, let me explain. So let me explain Scale Live Rewards again. So let me recap that for you and Joy. I want to make sure. Excellent. You're welcome, friend. Oh, nice. Yes, yes. I am over there simulcasting with Dr. Lisa. Yes, yes. I co-stream. How you doing, new friend? How are you? Life with Mandy. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. Okay, so really a quick recap. Let me just recap real quick for my friends. Skill Live Rewards. So as a live host, you get TikTok rewards live hosts with diamonds. Diamonds are rewards that equate to money. Okay, so you're collecting diamonds, and when you go live, if you click the house, there's a little house under the power button, or swipe to the right of the screen, you can see your estimated rewards for this live. So TikTok will actually tell you how much you've earned based on the diamonds you've collected. Okay, so diamonds are money. You must have a PayPal account in order to redeem or to get paid out, essentially. So you're not redeeming. Literally, if you have a PayPal account connected, every Wednesday morning, TikTok sends your rewards, your money, to your PayPal account. TikTok makes that deposit for you. Okay? So as you're collecting, you can collect diamonds and you collect these rewards. You get monetized. You're collecting your money, essentially. It tells you how much estimated money you've earned. You essentially will collect that and TikTok will make that deposit. You can actually ask TikTok to pay you out at $1. That's the minimum, or up to 500. Okay, I typically ask TikTok to pay me out on 500 because I want to see it build up, and then when I get paid out, that's nice. But so that's what happens. So essentially, you need to have your PayPal account attached to your TikTok account so that you can get paid out. So that's how that happens. Now, to earn money is through the Scale Live Rewards. So when you go live as a live host, you are collecting diamonds because of people's engagement in your live and the gifting. That equation creates a diamond. Okay? So the engagement in your live is people following the live host. Remember, I told you that was part of the metric. How many followers you get. You get a percentage of your rewards. You get anywhere between 2%, I'm sorry, 20% to 40%. The max you can earn per live is 40%. Okay? So with that 40%, the breakdown is based on your duration of how long you've gone live. So if you go 25 minutes or higher, you get 38%. If you get 5 new followers, 5 people follow you in that particular live, you get an additional 2%. So that 38 plus 2 is the 40%. So 40% is what you can earn every live. Okay? That means TikTok gets 60%. Okay? So I say that because I want you to understand, what's happening here. So that's part of it. So it's the duration and the new followers. There's another pot of funds that you're pulling up, the weekly missions that you're focusing on. And so with those weekly missions, here from the FYP, how you doing, Scarlett? Appreciate your friend. Everybody who came in, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Make sure you tap the screen. We at 32.9K. Let's tap the screen and get it up to 50K. Let's try to do that by taps. And then if you are new, press my nose, my glasses, and share out the live. Let's share out the live so we can constantly engage and let TikTok know we are here and you all are supporting. You are listening. You are learning. You're like, I'm going to tap and listen. I'm going to share and listen. And then I want you to comment. So make sure you are connecting with people in here. So make sure you are constantly commenting as well. So with that, hello, Vibe Wellness Woman. And so with that, you have this other pot of money that's pulling up. That pot is based on how many days you've gone live. Okay, so how many times you've gone live. So I told you per live you get up to 40%. Well, then this weekly missions, there's an additional 13% that they advertise, but typically that last percentage, that last 1% isn't for us. Okay, the last 1% we don't get because those are people who are in the A League, and those are people who also have a lot of people who are part of their community. Okay, so we don't see that. The A Leaguers see that. I think it's like the last 1.5% that they see. Thank you so much. That they're eligible for. It doesn't apply to us typically. Thank you so much. I see you all coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I gotta go. Dang, I always learn so much. I love this room. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Renee. I appreciate that. Very helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. And so, daily heart meet is part of those things that you want to pay attention to in the weekly missions, as well as how many days you've gone live. So I talk about going live, making sure you go live more than once. Definitely more than once. Ideally, you're going live. I'd say anywhere between, I'm going to say upwards of 4 days a week in a perfect world. At least 4 days a week or 4 times in a week, because it could be a morning, afternoon, however you want to do it. At least 4 times a week, as well as trying to go daily. Okay, so I think that's the goal. That is the goal. So if you can get to that point, that is what you want to do, because it allows TikTok to know again who you are and what you're all about. Okay, and you want to be intentional about that. Okay, and so my friend, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to mute and block you because you can't keep spamming the room. That will so TikTok will say fake engagements happening. So you want to be intentional about making sure those people are not in your room, spamming your room. It is another form of disruption to your room. So just recognizing, because if people are not putting words in, it's fake engagement. The words scoop, follow, gotcha, all those things, that has a negative impact. Okay, thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for supporting. Yes, Michelle, she's in the room. If you want to snag her real quick, she is my moderator for YouTube. I appreciate your friend. But you can't do live until you get a certain number of followers, right? No, Scarlett. Scarlett, you have not been in my room before. Are you new, friend? We're gonna talk about that. Can you repeat that? Repeat what, friend? What part of it? What do you need me to repeat? Oh, the fake engagement. Oh, people putting symbols and little things and not putting words. That becomes it's a form of You got to be careful with those people. Um, you got to be careful with them if they do it too much. Yes, because it spams the room. Okay, so you want to make sure you don't let that happen to your room. Um, get out of town, and yes, I'm new. Yes, you have live access also. Let me shock your world a little bit more. Scarlett, you definitely have live access. Now I'm gonna say you don't have a blue box, but you have over 600 followers. So you do have live access. But you need a blue box because I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Um, but if you go to your TikTok studio, click that, you should see tools live. Click live and you have to do the verification, you can go live. But no, you don't need 1,000 followers. Um, but yeah, so you got to be careful with people like that. So you want to get them out of your room. You said, "I'm new, please. How are you, friend? How are you, Chris? How's everything going, Chris? You got live access too. You don't have a blue box. Let me get my folks with some blue boxes in the room, y'all. So let me get them straight, so they know what exactly to do, so they have their blue box. Um, but yeah, real quick, the person who was putting all those symbols, that's something that again that comes off very spammy, and TikTok will it will impact your room if they keep doing that. So you want to make sure people are sending messages, people are connecting, they're not just spamming your room. Okay, and so that is something you want to be careful with. Good, how you doing? Good morning, everyone. How you doing, friend? So let's go back to my people. Who asked about my people who are asking about followers. So blue box, really quickly. Daily heart me, instant follow. Screen pops up. Hello, lady. You got your daily heart me. And screen pops up. It says, "Do you want to add a comment?" You'll notice people are adding a comment after they click the daily heart me because they're getting those comment points. Daily heart me means you have a coins on your account. To get coins, you hit the gift box. You can recharge in the app. There's in the right corner. You click there. It takes you where you can recharge. There's a processing fee, so I tell people to go to the website. There's also an app you can go to as well, but go to the website, www.tiktok.com/symbol coin, COIN. If you recharge there, you don't get that processing fee, so you get a little bit more money for your coins. Okay, you get $20 in coins. I say you get 2,000 coins. You get a little bit more percentage in coins because you don't have the processing fee. So definitely go there. Thank you so much for the gifts. I see your friends. And then I tell people, okay, well, got coins in your account. Click your daily heart, you get a coin. That's just one coin. You do that. And then after you put your comment in, you want to make sure you claim those points. You'll see up here where it says claim your points. Claim your points because you won't leave points behind. Those are things that you want to collect. It shows you're engaging. And it represents the orange heart. How many times you've been here, how you're leveling up, what type of gifts you can unlock. It's all part of this new thing where TikTok says fan club. So you are part of here, you're engaging in this live, and you are leveling up. You're a great teacher. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And so you want to make sure you claim those points. Then when you put a comment in, so this is for my blue box people. My blue box people, if you're curious about what it is, how to get it, how you're collecting points, I'm going to explain it for you. I need you to put a comment in. I'm going to tell you to put the word hi. We're going to put something really simple. Put the word hi, Hi. Once you put the word hi, I want you to click your photo. Once you click your photo, then click your level. Your mini profile is going to pop up first. Once you click your photo, your mini profile pops up. And then I want you to click your level. Your level might be level 8. Your level might be level 16. Your level could be level 4, level 9, whatever your level is. Then once you click that level box, Scarlett, your level might be 0. So you click that level 0. That's totally fine. Click your level. Once you click your level, a new screen will pop up. There's going to be a blue screen, and it's going to tell you how many points you've collected. The / symbol is going to be there. It's going to tell you the total amount of points you need for the next level to level up. And then it's going to show you underneath those experience points, those engagement points, how to get those. So it's going to be the difference of what you have and what you need. Those are the points that you're striving for. So to get those points, you said sometimes the orange box is different when I go live. Once it was 71, then the next it was 67. Um, when you said when you go live or when you come to my live, let me know what that means. Oh, you're talking about here, your followers, your people who have come back. I think what's happened is deducting the people who haven't returned. Your returners. You need those people to come back. That's what's happening when you go live. Yeah. So those are the returners. So when people come back to your live, you want them to come back. Yeah. Yeah. They need to come back in that week. So what's happened is that they haven't been back in a week or so, in at least 7 days. Yeah. Hello, friends. Thank you so much. This is so confusing. Why is it confusing? Chris. Chris, did you just get that level? Let me know if you just got that level. Level 2. What just happened, friend? Let me know what you, so this is what I call a learn room. This is a room you can go to. As you can tell, I'm in the comments. I'm reading y'all comments. I am here for you. So let me know if you got a question, friend. Because when you go to other lives, you may not be able to ask your questions. Okay. Because the chat gets to chatting. TikTok will filter you at times. So sometimes you get ignored because you're filtered. You said, I think so. You might have leveled up. I think you did. It looks like you did. You said, I think I leveled up. Awesome. So the blue box, really quickly, is a way for TikTok, and I said it earlier, and I don't know shade to anybody who does not have a blue box, but the blue box is an indicator. Okay, thank you so much for the finger hearts. I saw you curated. Thank you so much, Talina. Thank you so much for the hearts. Um, it is an indicator. I hate to say this, it is an indicator, guys, of who are engagers, who is engaging in a live. You can see what level people are at in their engagement. You can see who has a box and who does not have a box. It is a quick indicator for a live host to know, okay, here's how these people operate when they come to lives. They know what to do. They know how to operate. They know how to conduct themselves. So if you have a lot of people, and this is funny because by wellness woman, I thought about you. If you have a lot of people in your live that don't have blue boxes, that's an indicator right there, where you can easily say, okay, these people don't know how to engage. Oh my gosh. And now I got to teach them. I got to really work on them because Dr. Lisa's people are not in my room. And I got these new people in the room. Now I got to teach them all over again how to engage. So you do. That's an indicator. How do you know if you have a blue box? Carvetta, you have one. You have level 10. You have a blue box. You're level 10 engager. Hello, friend. How are you? Click your photo for me. Click your photo where you put that comment in. And then I want you to click your level 10. And then it tells you how many points you've gathered. We know how to participate and act right. 10 across the board. 10's across the board, yes. Exactly. I think that may be what is happening. Look at the blue boxes. See who has a blue box and who don't. That's what's happening. You got a whole bunch of non-blue box folks in your room now. How you doing, Carlos? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And that is exactly what's happening to you, friend. I know you want to expand your room and get people who are focused on your niche, but you got to spend some time helping them get a blue box. Okay. Hey fam, holiday engager. Let's be friends. How you doing? Is that Marla? Marla? I think that's it. Hello. You said 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the number you're seeing, friend. Oh, you're sharing the number. So in terms of points you collected, 113 points, and then there's a / symbol that says to get to the next level you need 1200, essentially 1234 at that next level. And then underneath there's the experience points. So the experience points is what you're really focused on, because those are the points. That's the difference between what you have and what you need. Those points there are the points you're trying to reduce, get back to 0, so you can level up to the next level. That's what's happening. Those experience points. So when you level up, you've gotten your experience points to the point that they are now got you down to 0, and you've leveled up to the next level, and it recalculates. Yeah. To get to the next level. The levels go up to 50. Does the level go with us every live? Yes, it does, Lady Esther. Yes. So the blue box, your blue level box goes with you. I never knew this box existed. Yes. Yes, the box is there, friend. The box, I'm trying to think, guys, the box has been there for a while. I don't know if it's a new thing. I can't say it's new. Somebody else help me and let me know if it's, I feel like it's been there. And it's just now getting, I point it out. You can tell other people don't point it out. but it is a thing. It's a thing. Hey, how you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? So I think it's been there since I've been on this journey since January, and I think the blue box has been there, and we've just ignored the blue box, y'all. Yes. Okay. Looking for engagement with friends. Thank you so much. Definitely. My friends, I always point this out. I'm gonna point out Vibe Wellness Woman. This is the way you want to engage. You got to be proactive too. So it is a two-way street. You connect with people. You say good morning. You do not use the word scoop and follow and gotcha. You use words that are part of engagement. That is part of hello. How are you doing, friend? Good morning. You look at their bio. You make sure they have words in their bio. You make sure they have an optimized profile where they have a photo. They don't have the username with all the numbers. These are people. Now, I actually even tell you when you get out of this room, if they don't have any content they posted, then you can't post in there. You can't engage with their content. So that may not be somebody you want to follow or connect with because if they don't have content, that's the biggest thing here on TikTok. You got to have content that you're engaging in. That's how you also optimize your profile. So I tell you all the time, make sure people have content, okay? So that's something else you want to do, but you want to always put some quality words in there because you don't want to have the fake engagement. How do we level up the numbers on our blue box? Joy, when you okay, part of it is gifting. I'm gonna say that out loud. That is part of what TikTok wants you to do. You get a point for every coin you send. So if you send two popular votes and they're one coin each, you get 2 points. So again, the heart puffs, you get a point for everything you do. So that's part of how you level up. Gifting is the biggest one because you can get a point for every coin. Whatever you send, you get a point for it. Now, the other thing you want to pay attention to is your likes. I tell you all the time, you want to like, you want to comment because you get points for that. Let me show you how. If you go to where it says 84 people in the room right now, you click that 84. First of all, you're going to see who are the high engagers. Who are the people who are engaging in this live? I'm going to tell you right now, these are people you don't want to leave in this live. These are people who understand the assignment. These are people who know how to engage. These are people who are doing it the right way. Okay? So you want to make sure, and when you look at this list of people who are high engagers, you want to make sure you are taking those people with you. Now, the other thing you want to click is that question mark in the corner. The question mark in the right corner, it tells you how to become a top viewer. It tells you your likes, your comments, your gift count, and your watch time. All that matters, and that's how you collect points. So you're calculating and collecting points because of your engagement. I'm sorry, my battery's dying. So you want to make sure you are actively engaging. Thank you so much. I see you, friend. It's being there, but no one knows the reason. Yes, that's it. Nobody understood it. I think people were here for entertainment are less aware of the box. That's it. Yeah, you're lucky. I mean, at the end of the day, there's some people who are here. You're here for the entertainment, but you're here for the strategy too. And as you are engaging, I'm gonna tell you right now, it impacts your content, it impacts your views, and impacts how people engage with you. All of it is part of your bigger strategy. If you want to be successful, especially from a monetization perspective, then you gotta engage. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all. Take me with you, friends. I love that. Take me with you. Yes, thank you so much for sharing at the live. I see you all. Good day. How you doing, Eunice? I appreciate you. Coach Miss Jessie, quality connectors, not lurkers. Yes, yes, friend. We don't need no lurkers. Watch time does matter, but we do need people to be tapping while they watch, okay? We need for them to be sharing out the live while they watch. We need for them to occasionally put a comment in there while they watch. That's what we want. Let's five connectors. I'll be revamping this page. Oh, okay, there we go. Awesome, you're gonna rebrand it. Yeah, I like to see a profile photo and idea of what you share, know, and create. Yes, that is it, friends. Yes, you want to make sure you are connecting with people who are optimizing their profile. You said, hi, TikTok family approved me for affiliate, and 8 hours later said I violated community guidelines. No! Wendy, what is going on? What happened? Wendy, you've been talking about this account for the last couple of weeks, friend. What is going on? Is it your followers? Like, what's going on? I watched by getting dressed to see mom. Oh, tell mom I said hi. Where is what's that vibe wellness woman? What's that? Hello. Thank you so much. Talina, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alicia said you go live at night. Yes, you go live twice a day, don't you? Engagement, engagement, engagement. Where is the question mark? Question mark. Oh, that's it. Question mark. When you click the 91 people in the room, click that. It tells you who are the top viewers. And then it's a question mark in the right corner. You guys don't see the question mark? Let me know if you see that question mark. I'm just getting ready and watching. But people, I'm a high engager. There we go. Alicia said, I am a high engager. She is, you all. You guys want to definitely connect with her. Got it. Yeah, that's it, friends. Let me know if it's not there for you. You say, yes, support. How do I open a new account? When you're on your profile, click above you is your nickname. Click that nickname on the top. It'll show a drop down where you can add a new account. Yeah. You have to contact support. Yeah, I think so. I think you said no idea why. Yeah, you have to you're gonna have to contact support to find out how to I don't know what, I might have missed a comment there. Julia, hey, I sent you a message. We did a one-on-one and I want to follow up on the next one. Thank you. Julia, awesome. Um, Julia, I'm gonna respond to your message. I was about to say out loud in my mind what we can connect. What does Thursday look like or Friday? Tell me what Thursday or Friday look like this week. But I'll respond to your message as well. So look, that's what popped in my head right now. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Um, thank you for following up. You said we did a one-on-one, and I want another one, friend. I want to do my follow-up. You say yes to both. Okay, awesome. Okay, I'll respond back to your message. Friday's probably the better of the two. Thursday, I think I have one. I gotta look and see what time I have available. I think I have 1 o'clock. That's what I was about to say, but let me confirm that. But Friday, I think I'm open for right now. Okay, so let me do this. Let's do this. Let me talk about branding because I'm gonna have to get off, you guys. Couple things I'm doing. Let me give a little insight to what's happening. I am doing my other page. I just revamped it. I put a message in my story. I'm going to do that a little bit more often. I rebranded it. So I'm all about branding. So I rebranded that page to be my TikTok shop page. I am leveraging that faceless account that I always talked about. That was part of my journey. I started off on this app with that faceless page as an engaging person on this app. My other account was for me being a snooping a snooping mom. I was snooping to make sure I knew what my daughter was doing. So that's what that account was for. Then I created another page. How you doing, Alex? I created another page that was focused on just positive affirmations, sending messages out. It was my ability to kind of learn about this app, and I was being like a snooping viewer as well, but I was engaging also, y'all. So that page I now have rebranded to be my TikTok shop page. And since I'm going live, I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and make that page face forward because it was faceless and make it face forward. So I just did it last night for the first time. You said a snooping mom. Yes, I was. My daughter, she's in college. So she started on this app when she was in middle school. She had gone viral a couple times. And so um, that was the page for that, just to learn a little bit about the app. I really wasn't on it. Oh, look at you, Tina, your first gift. Look at you, friend. You said, I'm coming in here, Dr. Lisa. You will not talk bad about me with no blue box. I appreciate your friend. Lisa, do you have programs that help with deciding what content to create? Do I have programs that help with deciding what content to create? Content creation. I'm an affiliate for UBC. So the first thing that popped in my head was UBC. So the answer to that is yes. UBC is a whole course and community. It teaches you about your content creation. It teaches you about branding. It teaches you about video content. It teaches you about affiliate marketing and brand deals and social media platforms. YouTube, UBC loves Instagram. It has TikTok Live strategy. All that is in UBC. It's a whole community. Is it a TikTok page? It's actually two. It's one for TikTok. They have a module for TikTok, and they have TikTok live strategy, going live in your community there. So yeah, so UBC is awesome. I stand by it. Like I said, I'm an affiliate. If you get the course, you become an affiliate as well. And so it's a course that you can resell and promote and resell. I tell people, I don't agree with people just buying a course and feeling like they got abandoned. So I offer an Instagram group chat for me to be available to you and answer questions and be a support for you in your journey. So when you get it from me, you get me as well. So I'm going to pivot and talk about my resources in my stand store, but essentially, um, that is something I offer in terms of getting UBC. Um, how much is the course? UBC is not cheap, you all, but UBC, let me, $4.99. I was about to say $5.99. $4.99. $4.99 for UBC is the course. And let me just make sure before I say that, because I know it is $4.99. I just don't want to say the wrong number because I came out so quick in my head. But yeah, you said hello. How you said we? And so UBC is a whole community. It's on school, as in $4. No, sweetheart, 400. You're so sweet. You said $4, not $4.99. I can do that. No, no, it's a whole thing. It's a whole community, friend. You said I could do that. No, friend, no. It's. I'll talk about it in a second because I'll show my stand story. You can get the sneak peek. It's a whole community though. They're on school. I was hoping for the first two. No, I purchased at $4.99. They had a launch. They rebranded as an affiliate program a month ago now. It's been about a month. And they had a sale then. That was the first time and only time they've ever done a sale on a course. Now they say they're going to do it in the future. We don't know when. I would feel bad to tell you a date and time and it doesn't happen because I really don't know when. They don't know when. And so really what will happen is that I don't know. They'll do it again. They're committing to offering sales a little bit more frequently now that they're an affiliate program. But honestly, they did not have a sale for a whole 2 years of being a course. And when they rebranded and relaunched as an affiliate program, because they were master resale rights, they did that sale just for the relaunch. And they did it over the course of two times in a 7-day period where one time when they first rebranded for like 24 hours, it was $150 off. And then they did another weekend where they did a webinar and it was $100 off. And so that's the max. The 150 they probably will never do again. So if they do a sale, it's not going to be like half off or a significant drop. So just recognize that is how they operate. But it's a comprehensive course. There's a lot in there. There's a lot to do. It becomes too comprehensive for people because people are like, okay, how do I get started? What do I do with it? At the same time, it is a wealth of information. So if you're a person like me who's a learner and you like to sit into stuff and understand it, that's how I think. I like looking back at stuff and just having that as a resource. If you're that person, then it'll be helpful. But if you're someone who will buy a course and don't use it, I don't want to spend. I don't agree with people spending that much money if they're gonna just not use it. So I think the goal is to use it, and the perk is that you can resell it. So that's the perk. That's the way I see it. But at the end of the day, you got to brand yourself. So it's good to know how to brand yourself effectively, especially if you're going to talk to your audience and make sure that your content is done correctly. Um, what was I going with this? Oh, rebranding. So that's where I was going with this. So I rebranded my page to be my TikTok shop page. And so I do lives. I'm adding lives for the evening for TikTok shop. So I want to say that out loud. So that is something that I'm going to be doing. And it's going to be towards the weekend, maybe Thursday, Friday. I shouldn't say maybe it is. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm going to do those 3 days to do shoppable lives. So it'll be part of my brand to do shoppable lives. And I just launched the page. It's in my story for this page. So you can go and look at it. And then go follow me on that page too. It's Dr. Lisa Shops. That's the page. So follow me over there. But essentially, it's my branded page focused on helping you with finds and deals for that smart, savvy shopper that is looking for tech, beauty, or wellness. So those are the three areas I'm covering. And tech understanding. So we just talked about content creation. A lot of the products that I'm going to promote is for your content as well as for your live stream. So those are some of the tech products. I'm going to be promoting that this week. So you'll see some tech products that I'll talk about in my live on Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, my friend, you said, what time is your TikTok live shop? Oh, thank you for saying that. Joy, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That is when it's going to be, 8:30 p.m. Nice. Thank you so much. When you say page, do you mean another account for a different niche? Exactly, Pam. That is exactly what I mean. um, so, Pam, now in my case, let me say this. I started off with that other page, that other account. And Dr. Lisa became a new account for me because I decided I wanted to be face forward and I didn't want to do that account, use it on that account. So I said, well, let me just start a new account and I'm going to start here. So this is how this account came about because I didn't want to do what I just did to that account because I just rebranded that account. I archived, essentially, I made posts that I did for that other account private where you can't see them, only I can see them. And I then added some new content on that page. I could have done that. I could have done exactly that, but I chose not to. I started here because I didn't want to confuse the algorithm. Remember, I talk about that. You don't want to confuse the algorithm. So I started here with this account and started fresh with a second account or technically a third account with this account to brand it as Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, totally different focus, topic. I'm talking about monetization. I'm talking about going live. That's what this account is built on. Um, this account has TikTok Shop eligible. It is 100% eligible for TikTok Shop. The other account had 100% eligibility for TikTok Shop as well. And I have actually done some shoppable videos. So you'll see it on there because I didn't archive those. There's about four to six of them. I think it's six of them that are TikTok Shop videos that I've done on about three different products. Um, now that I say it out loud, I think it's about seven videos over there. Um, and so with that, I decided to archive it because I didn't want to lose my TikTok shop eligibility. Well, I wanted to leverage my TikTok shop eligibility, not lose it, but not, I wanted to leverage it because I wasn't using it over there. And that account was being neglected also because I really was focusing my time and energy here. And so now that I have that account rebranded, it's going to be my TikTok shop account. So I archive those videos. Now, what is happening is that now I have to build and I have to let the algorithm know that I'm now doing TikTok shop. So the algorithm is like, girlfriend, what are you doing? What's going on over here? So my views aren't great, but I'm rebranding, I'm marketing, I'm pushing it out to people to let them know that that account exists. And so that is going to be part of the growing pains and transition of that account. But that's essentially what I did. So um, definitely go over there, engage. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to support any questions, friends. Okay, thanks. I think websites. Um, oh, you were thinking websites? Is that what you mean? No, I was talking about TikTok shop accounts. Good morning to all. How you doing, Cindy? I appreciate you. Hope you're having a great morning. I am. Thank you so much. What's the benefit of archiving if no one can see it? Um, you archive it so no one can see it. You're essentially I use the word archive. You're actually going into the privacy settings and making the view only you can see it. So that's what's happening. So it's literally you're going to click privacy settings on your post, any of your posts that you see, and you can change who can see that post. So that's what you're doing. You said why not delete? You know what? Deleting is discouraged. Deleting is discouraged. You're not, I guess, again, the algorithm doesn't like when you delete content. So it's better to just archive it. Yeah, it's discouraged. So, um, and so yeah, so there are times when people do delete. Don't get me wrong, because delete is an option for you to click to, but it is discouraged for you to do that. So again, it's just a matter of just changing the view. That's probably the best course of action, so that nobody can see it but you. And then you can decide later if you want to repost it and change the view So, but it's just one of those things that's, discouraged to do. You said, Linda, thank you so much. You said, you're so good at that. I appreciate you. So, really quickly, I just hello, if you neglect your account for a while, should I delete the account or start posting? My account was that other page I was just saying, it was neglected for probably about 4 weeks. Like the month of April, I did nothing with it. I think my last post was done early March. So I had done nothing with it in the month of April. What I was doing was trying to post maybe I was trying to at one point keep up a post once a week. And then it got to a point where it was taking me longer to get to it. Um, so the point, you asked the question, if you neglect your account a while, should I delete the account and start over, start posting? Um, I would never say, I don't know if there's a reason to delete an account. I would say add a new account. So I think that would be your better course of option to action, is to add another account and start there. Now, when you add another account, you want to make sure it's unique. It's a new niche or topic you're focusing on. TikTok does not take kindly to you just repurposing or recreating the same page. So you got to make sure you're doing something that is unique. Um, and obviously, you would do different content as well, so you can't repurpose and reuse the same content. So you don't want to do that. And when it comes to create not using that other account, I mean, it's up to you. I would say you could reactivate and re-energize that other account depending on your topic, your niche, and your posting habits. So if you're going to be consistent and you're going to post regularly, that other account can get reactivated. So don't feel like that's an account that can't get reused or it has no purpose. So you can go back and reactivate. There's people who have sat back and haven't posted in a while, and then they come back and they're posting more regularly and frequently, and they do fine. So you just want to teach the algorithm what you're going to be posting, what you're going to be doing, and you'll see where things are improving over time. And then you just want to practice good posting behaviors, where, again, using a hook, making sure you're engaging with your followers, making sure you're asking them to engage with your content. So there's some things, some best practices out there, and you'll get more engagement if you look at creator search insights and you start posting to trends or suggested topics and using that to help guide what you're posting about. And again, looking at other creators in creator search insights to see how they have talked about that same content, or topic rather, that could be a useful tool for you as well. So I wouldn't say delete an account. I don't think there's a need to delete. I think you just need to kind of get back into the practice of posting based on that topic, that niche. And then again, if you're talking about a new page for a different topic, then go ahead and create a new page, a new account for that. Okay, friends, let me know if that answered your question. I just want to make sure I got to that correctly. I think you can definitely re-energize that account. How you doing, Live Legion? I see you came in, friend. Thank you so much, Caroline, the caregiving coach. I appreciate your friend. Yes, it doesn't cost any green to tap, tap, tap. Thank you so much. Not at all. Does the new account have to be attached to a new email? Yes, it does. Or a phone number. You just toggle between the two accounts? Yep, you do. Yep, they're there. You can toggle when you click the nickname above. That's for my phone. I'm going to say that out loud for my iPhone. My tablet actually is different. It's not, the nickname is not above. It's actually all below. So when I have to tap below, but it's the nickname that I tapped. So when you tap that name, I'm going to say, let's pretend it's above still. But when you tap it, it offers the option for you to add an account. And then also it offers the option for you to toggle between the two accounts. Yep. 2, 3, 4 accounts, whatever you have. I think you have up to 5. And then you do need a new email. It's email or phone. Let me know if it's email and phone. I think it's or. Matter of fact, I know it's or, because my daughter, she just added another account. So she was using a different email account. Thank you so much. I see your friends, Live Legion. How are your friends? Live Legion, you came in the room. I see your friend. Do you, I was about to get off shortly, but I was going to talk about branding. I was talking about rebranding my page. So I was talking about my new TikTok shop account. And so let me know if you are still accepting people. We can do that plug for Live Legion. So Live Legion. So really quickly, people in the room, I created that new TikTok shop account because I rebranded. Like I said, I rebranded my former faceless page, and so please follow me there. It's at Dr. Lisa Shops. I'm going to do my first shoppable live on Thursday. So please follow me there and come to my live. It's 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be a tech focus topic. So we'll talk about tech. We'll talk about products that may be helpful as you're thinking about content creation and live streaming. So we'll talk about some products that are out there. And again, the page is focused on helping you find deals, but also shopping smart. Just making sure you're being very intentional about what you're trying to do and having the right equipment to do it with. Okay, so that's the focus. And then also, I was going to say the agency I belong to, that's where I was going with that. The agency I belong to is Live Legion for TikTok Shop. So, Live Legion, Jessica, she's in the room and she is supporting a lot of us with our TikTok Shop journey. And this is something I decided to take on. Like I said, I was neglecting that account. And so now that account has been activated again, rebranded. And so she can definitely give you tips and strategies on being successful with your TikTok shop. And so I am so impressed with how thorough she is and how the agency is supporting and supportive. And so you want to make sure you got the right team, the right people helping you through your journey. No matter what you're doing, I tell you all the time, my dissertation was on mentorship. And so when I think about making sure I have right people around me, I intentionally reach out to people. I reached out to Jessica. I had questions. I was like, let me ask you a question. And so that's how I found out that she was doing this TikTok shop agency as opposed to the Creative Network program. But recognizing that you want to make sure you're surrounding yourself around the right people. Okay. After start growing my TikTok shop account, I thought I could transfer everything over from Maine. Yeah, no, you can't. There's two separate pages. You can't transfer. TikTok doesn't allow you to duplicate in that way. No, you can't. Mm-mm. Nope, it's a new page. Totally new account. Spots are still open. Join Live Legion. She says spots are still open. I'm gonna ping your friend. You guys can follow Jessica. Reach out to her if you have any questions. Oh yes, TikTok shop. Yes. So yes. So definitely reach out to her if you have any questions. Submit an application at the link in my bio. There you go. So you want to connect with her. And wow, it's crystal clear. 4K here. Yes. Yes, I guess. I don't know what that means. Hello, everyone. Submit your application. Let's get your TikTok shop together. Yes. I'm trying to get to 1K on my other account so I can do the same. 1K followers so you can get TikTok shop. Let me know if that's what you meant, Jamie Lee. Jamie Lee, are you following my? Did you hear me talk about it? Let me know if I need to recap just the strategy to get TikTok shop and just being more intentional with that other page. Looking for creators ready to earn. There we go. There we go. Good afternoon, Dr. Listens. Blessings to you. Thank you so much, Jen. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. Okay. Yes. Please recap. I said yes. What? Okay, so really quickly, and I'm going to do a quick recap. And if you catch what I'm giving, real quick, if you need this, it is available for you on YouTube because I am co-streaming. So this will be available to you. How are you? I'm doing well in my travels. You said recap, please. So if you miss any of this, because I'm gonna do it real quick, go on my YouTube channel and look at, I've been talking for, I came on later. So you want to come on right around the hour 45 mark. Because I don't timestamp. This is the live stream. So I need to go back and work on my YouTube. I'm working on TikTok right now. But YouTube, hour 45, I talked about TikTok shop. Okay. So you can go back and watch it if you miss anything I say real quick. But I'll try to be as thorough as possible. Let me go back and watch. No, don't, just put down an hour and 45 for this one, so you know where to start watching at. Because I started on this the YouTube channel about 5 minutes early. So if you go there, you should be able to catch what I'm giving. So a couple things I want you to do, friends. So if you are looking to get TikTok shop and you There's, first of all, there is the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Gotcha. Okay. The TikTok Shop affiliate program is for people who want to be an affiliate for a seller. You are not selling your own products. You are promoting and essentially selling someone else's products, whether it's somebody's lipstick or somebody's camera or somebody's easel or tripod, whatever it is, you are selling their product and you are getting a commission for it. So that's the TikTok Shop affiliate program. I have to preface that because I know people will look at the TikTok Shop seller and think like, oh, this is how you get an affiliate program. It is not. Two different programs. Yes, that is what I want to do. Okay, awesome, Janice. Okay, so if you want to get an affiliate program, and Janice, you're close. You're over 1,100 followers. So do these steps, and you might get it sooner or later. Wendy, I don't know if you're still in the room. Let me know what happened, friend. That you got it, and then they took it away for community guideline issues. So you got to be careful there. Um, there are so community guidelines. I'm going to talk about that because there are two things you want to always make sure you're doing. I'm going to give you 5 things to make sure you can tell the algorithm, TikTok as an algorithm, that you want TikTok Shop. Okay, so I'm going to give you 5 tips, and then I'm going to tell you 2 things you got to make sure you do to make sure your account is in good standing and that you are going to be approved. Okay, so let's start with the 5 first. So really quickly, go to Creator Search Insights. Creator Search Insights. When you go on the home screen, so you're on your profile, you see in the corner it says Home. Go to the For You page at the top. There is a search bar also up at that top. Type in the word Creator Search Insights. That's where you're going. You go into that database. I'm sending you there because I want you to go there to again let the algorithm know. I'm going to have you click the application, but that is a quicker way to get to it, um, in my opinion. So we'll just say, in my opinion, that's a quicker way to get to it because you don't want to confuse the algorithm by clicking the seller account, which is another way to get to it. But I don't want you to do that because I want you to tell TikTok you want to be an affiliate, not a seller. So that's why I'm doing that. So if you go to Creator Search Insights, type that in, it takes you to the database. So you'll click View. It's a database essentially that tells TikTok or tells you about trending topics, but they have a couple of different other features that are inside there. So one of the features is that at the midway, kind of eye level, is 3 scrolling messages. Okay, their messages is a bar. They're scrolling across. One of the messages, the one that says something along the lines of opportunities to earn money with shoppable videos or something like that. I want you to click that one. When you click it, it's going to take you to the application for the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Okay? So when you go to that application, you'll see the criteria. You got to be 18 years or older. You have to also make sure that your account is in good standing. We're going to talk about that from those 2 issues. And then you also have to be, to get into the pilot program, you have to have 1,000 followers. And so we'll talk about that as a second thing that you want to pay attention to. You have to have 1,000 followers. Those 1,000 followers are getting you into the pilot program, in which the pilot program says that you only could do 5 shoppable videos a week. The unlimited program is 5,000 followers where you can do unlimited shoppable videos. Okay. The pilot program, I think, also has a limitation on shoppable lives, but you have to check and make sure if there's a limitation. So just recognizing 3 lives. Okay, 3 lives. 5 videos, 3 lives. Okay. And so I only have 55 followers on this account. Okay. You can grow it though. You can grow it. And Jamie Lee, you might even get it early. You might even get it early, but connect it with people in here. So while you're in here, correct. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. I appreciate you, friend. And so I think like 30 days that you've had this account. Okay. So yeah, just keep growing. You'll have it. You'll probably have it before the month is out. Just keep connecting. Same Dr. Lisa. You're welcome. And so I Jamie Lee, message me on Instagram, and we'll talk a little bit more about this account for you too. So message me on Instagram, and don't let me forget to. So if you message me, I won't forget to respond back. That's what I'm trying to say. So message me and just say you wanted to talk to me about how, about my followers on my new account for getting TikTok Shop. So message me and I'll talk to you about it. I said okay. So when it comes to getting, so first thing, create a search insight. So click that application. It's going to say you're not eligible yet. If you don't have enough followers, if you don't have the community standard issues, or if they have issues with your fake engagement, those are the two issues over there we're going to talk about in a second. It won't allow you in the program. So we'll talk about that. But I want you to go to this application at least once a day, because you're telling the algorithm, maybe even 2 or 3 times a day, but you're telling the algorithm, I want TikTok Shop. I'm interested in this program. So I'm going to keep clicking the application maybe a couple times a day. Okay. So that is how you're training the algorithm. The next thing you're going to do, you're still training the algorithm. So I want you to go back to that search bar where you typed in the word creative search insights. Then I want you to type in how to get in the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Type in that message. How you doing, Ken? How to get into the TikTok Shop affiliate program. That's what you're going to type. Okay? Thank you. You said okay. So as you type that message, this is the second step. I then want you to engage with content that comes back from that question. Okay? And so most of it's going to be probably like, here, I got into the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Here's how you get into TikTok. It's going to be all types of content. People are going to have all types of messages. Ideally, you're engaging with messages that have a lot of comments, a lot of views, that type of stuff, the viral stuff. As you engage with it, I want you to watch those videos all the way through. Because again, you are telling the algorithm. Okay? And I want you to spend about, maybe if you spend 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, you've probably engaged with about 6 to 10 videos. Okay, I want you to engage, I want you to watch, and then I want you to engage from the bottom up where you are posting, reposting, or copying a link. You are saving, you are commenting. Oh, this is great information for how to get in the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Again, you are writing that message. Everything you watch, everything you type, everything you touch, everything you say, the algorithm picks that up. Okay, so I want you to be intentional about doing that. So again, you are signaling to the algorithm that you want to be in the TikTok Shop affiliate program. Okay, so that's helpful. And then I want you to engage with those videos. Spend about, like I said, 15, 20 minutes watching some videos, engage it. Also engage in other shoppable lives helps while in terms of engagement. Yes, shoppable lives. Thank you for that, Dee Dee. Yes. So that search bar where you're doing shoppable content, shoppable lives, TikTok sees that engagement. Just like I said with the blue box. If you don't have a lot of followers, but you got a blue box, TikTok knows you came into a live and you gifted, you commented, you share, you tap the screen, you got points. Those points is telling TikTok like, oh, you want live access. So when you are engaging with people's content, you're clicking a shopping cart. You are, well, I'm gonna tell you as a third step. I'm sorry, as a fourth step. I want you to go to TikTok Shop and I want you to buy a product. Because again, now you're going to the website. You're going to that area, and you're telling TikTok very intentionally that I want TikTok Shop. Absolutely, yeah. Is there a different way to scoop friends? It keeps telling me I am following too many. Try back later. Janice, a couple things, friend. So you don't want to scoop. You don't use the word scoop either. That's a no-no. So TikTok is like, okay, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. So scoop is a bad word. Follows. He said, oops. Got the problem. I watch videos. Yeah. Yes. You don't use follows. Don't use gotcha. Don't use that. Those are fake engagement words. That means that you're not really trying to engage. And so TikTok is pausing you for a couple reasons. Because you're probably using the word scoop. No shade, but you probably are. If that is something you're doing, TikTok's like, no, don't do that. The other thing is, you only get 200 followers a day. So if you've been doing this for like the last 24 hours, then TikTok says you've done too much. So you got only get 200 a day. So you probably exceeded your limit in terms of how many people you can follow. Now people can engage with you, but you can't follow them back until after you've been released to follow people again. So go into the profiles and watch the follow that way. Yeah, go to their profile. TikTok will stop you from doing that too. I've had people do that. So again, you just got to be careful about how frequently you're doing it. But to your point, yeah, that is a workaround where you can go to their actual profile, watch one of their videos, and click follow that way. That's what you have to do. How do you know words not to say? Um, TikTok shadow bans you, and it looks as if you're a bot when you're a viewer and you're saying those words, so people won't see your comments. So some of that happens too, especially if you're doing it too often. It becomes kind of a word that TikTok will make a block word. So I'm trying to learn all the things. Yeah, there you go. Okay, last thing, buy a product, take that product, do a review video. You don't have a TikTok shop yet. So you're just going to start talking about the product. And TikTok is going to see that, oh, you're doing product reviews. Okay, I see. And so, again, you're telling the algorithm what you want to do. Shoppable lives, like my friend said, that is a great tip. So engaging in content. When you do that original search that says how to get in TikTok Shop affiliate program, you can actually click content. But if you scroll over, you can click lives. And then you'll see some of the shoppable lives. Especially if you have a particular product that you want to promote or a niche that you want to go into. So start watching those. That's going to help you. It's going to help you understand how to promote, how to talk about it, how to review a product that you're going to actually have as something you're going to share out. So yeah. He said, Gloria, I just know how to tap the screen and give you hearts. Do they have to be good reviews? No, they can be. They don't have to be positive reviews. I think honestly, let me say this. I think you want to be authentic, but ideally, you are giving positive feedback on a product because brands are going to see that. So if you are talking bad about a product, I don't know. I don't know how they will take that. I think there's a balance. You might want to do the sandwich method where you say a couple things positive. Maybe you say something that's like, "Oh, I wish it was a little bit smaller," or something about the grip. Oh gosh, I just think sometimes if you have, you can phrase it in a way that says, if you have small hands like my toddler, he may not be able to hold this cup, but for adults, it's great. You know what I'm saying? So that way it's not sounding too bad. Maybe it's not kid friendly. But there's a way to talk about a product without making it sound too bad. How you doing, Zach? Appreciate you. Thanks, Dr. Lissy. You're such a big help to us. You're welcome. Also, sellers look at all of this. Yes, they do. They do. They do. Yeah. So I would say be careful just to make sure you're not talking too ill or too bad about a product. But feedback is important. So you can give your honest review on a product if you wanted to give a review to the product directly. You said you bought stuff that was not that great. Yeah. Yeah, definitely give the product review. I would honestly pick products that you okay with promoting. I think that's probably the best thing. And honestly, that becomes authentic. So if you have issues with a product, you're not gonna be able to promote it. People read through that. Yeah, so just pick a product that you're like, okay, I like this product. I want to get this product. Let me buy this product. And then when you get it, if it's not for you, don't do a review about it. Thank you so much, Jack. I would say that. You said a lot of video contents are too long. You can press the screen or press the heart and speed it up times two. You don't have to watch it at regular speed. Rock. Yeah, if you press and hold down the screen or the heart, I think even if you press the middle of the screen, it speeds it up. It's not necessarily touching the heart or the photo. It'll speed it up times two for you. Yes, I have a few things I would love to promote. There you go, friend. That's it. Just 2 videos based on that. Okay. That's what I would do. So really quickly, when it comes to brand, I did 2 videos. Yes, I do that. It's still 5 minutes long. Don't pick 5 minutes long videos there, friend. No, yeah, I would just say, yeah, you might want to start with different videos. You said it's still 5 minutes long. People be talking too much, huh? I feel you. Okay, so let's do this. A couple things. I have like 20 minutes. I'm trying to widen my horizons. There we go. There we go. TikTok Shop is the way to do it. TikTok Shop is definitely a way to do it. So Live Legion was in the room. Like I said, I am with that agency for my other account, and I am going to use that as my TikTok Shop, shoppable videos and shoppable lives. So that's what I'm using, and yeah, we're gonna navigate through this, friends. It is out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna tell you that now. I talk about going live. I think I can go live. Don't get me wrong. I think I can do it, but it is a learning curve. That's probably what I'm saying in terms of doing this. It's a learning curve, and I don't underestimate the time and effort that goes into doing it and doing it to a point where you feel confident and comfortable about it. But I think that's part of the journey. You just got to be a part of it and make sure you put yourself out there if you want to grow. So people who say they want to monetize, you know, this type of money don't come easy, y'all, but it comes if you're doing it. It will come and you will make money and you will flourish. Okay. You said moving to Kentucky next month and I want a whole new vibe. This is the way to do it, Janice. Awesome, awesome. Definitely a way to do it. How long minimum does videos have to be? In terms of just regular content? Shoppable videos. How you doing, Tricia? Shoppable videos aren't super long. I think at most you want to be somewhere around 30 minutes. I mean 30 seconds. 30 seconds is on the high end. Maybe 45 seconds. Definitely under a minute. Definitely under a minute. Nobody's gonna watch that. Think of it as a commercial. It's kind of what Rock was just saying. It really depends on your product, exactly. Yeah, it's just like Rock was saying. You don't want it super long. People are not gonna watch that. So you want it. I mean, anywhere between, like I said, 30 to 60 seconds. That would be the span. You could, depending on the product, be even under 30 seconds, where it could be like a quick 15-second video. So it depends on the product. I would agree with that in terms of how you're promoting it, what features and benefits you're sharing, how you are uh, demonstrating the product as well. But nothing long. You don't want people are swiping. You want to catch them in that first couple seconds, like literally catch them, and they're like intrigued, and they're like, okay, what is she talking about? Let me see. And then here's the other tip. I'm gonna tell you this now. I just did that under 30 seconds. Yeah, it's important to catch them. That too, company. What just happened? Can we do videos on stuff we have bought without having an affiliate? Yes, yes, you can do that. Absolutely, absolutely, you can. Here's the other thing I want to say to you: when you're promoting a product, it's the same way with your content. You gotta know who you're talking to. You gotta know your audience. You gotta make sure you're talking to them to say that this product, just like when I talk about here in my live, you gotta make sure this product is going to be their solution. And if you're talking to everybody, and I say this all the time, then you are talking to nobody. Because again, people who want your product, sorry, my phone said it was overheating. I was like, oh. People who want your product will watch and engage. So let's say, for argument's sake, I'm talking about beauty products, but I'm talking about skincare for people who got fine lines and aging lines around their eyes and stuff like that. And we're talking about a skincare product. Now, do your 20-something-year-old need that product? No, not necessarily. Technically, do your 30-something-year-old need that product? Probably not. So when I do a review on a product like that, I need to know my audience. And maybe I'm talking to somebody in their 40s or their 50s. Maybe I'm talking about somebody who's had some lived experiences and they're like, oh, I could use that skincare product. I'm dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you're talking to your audience. And so how you describe a product, how do you discuss its features and benefits is going to be important for you to know who you're talking to. So that's part of the strategy with marketing. So I'm gonna take y'all right now. Dr. Lisa don't have all the answers. I know a little bit to be, I guess, dangerous because my MBA was in marketing, so I understand a little bit about marketing concepts. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Because, like I said, it's a new territory for me as well. But again, I just understand the premise of how do you do this, and then ultimately, then you got to be able to talk very intelligently about the product itself. And so, just being able to do that is going to be important. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. You're great. I appreciate you. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, this is going to be interesting for me because you guys can tell I am a work in progress. I think we all are. And so if you're going to do this, then you just have to take the time and effort and just do it. So I said all that because I do offer. I'm going to still do Dr. Lisa. I'm going to still try to keep my commitment to all of you. I'm here to support you. I'm going to help you with your journey. However, I'm going to have to be a little bit more efficient with my time because I have to figure this out and see how I can fit it all in. I'm going to commit to still trying to do my 10 o'clock and my 4 o'clock lives. And then in the between times, I'm going to try to do my shoppable videos. I'm going to try to make my segments. That's why I'm doing 3 a week, the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll see if I expand and do more, but I'm going to start with that weekend time frame in the evenings and just start there to do the shoppable live segments. And then obviously you got to do shoppable videos. That's a whole thing. And so just recognizing that, I'm gonna have to figure out my timing of everything, and maybe I won't be able to stay as long on my lives because I'm gonna need my time. But great tips. I appreciate your friends. But yeah, I think TikTok Shop has a lot of potential. It does in terms of earning potential. I'm talking about monetization. So it's just gonna take you to get accustomed to talking about products and getting in front of the camera. And if you're already going live, then you already kind of understand the this process and understand how to engage your audience and understanding the platform. So what I will tell you is you want to just get the right support. So Live Legion, to me, what Jessica's doing, she's creating something that's really dynamic. And so if you're looking to do this, you want to make sure you have the right support team to help you along the way. Um, in the meantime, let me do this, my friends, because I was going to talk about branding real quick. My series, if you look at my page, my last 3 videos, I just posted one this morning. My last 3 videos have been focused on branding. And that's where I want to end up. TikTok Shop affiliate. There you go, friend. Oh, I'm sorry. I never finished out. Thank you so much. I never finished out. Thank you for saying that. I never finished out the TikTok Shop affiliate. The other 2 things you want to do. I apologize. So Jamie Lee and those who was hanging on to what I was talking about with TikTok Shop. Um, and Trisha, you're gonna get there, friend. You are gonna get there. So it'll happen for you. Just keep engaging. That's it. Just keep engaging. So do those 5 things I told you to do. TikTok, creator search insights, how to join the TikTok Shop affiliate program, engaging with content and lives that are focused on TikTok Shop affiliate program, and then also buying a product. That's number 4. Buying a product from the TikTok Shop. If you already bought a product, that's fine, but buying a product was going to be key. Just again, you're clicking the shop so TikTok sees that, and then doing a review based on maybe the product you bought or a different product or something you love. So again, showing TikTok, talking about it, talking about products, doing that whole mechanics of saying to the algorithm, I want to be in the TikTok Shop affiliate program. So that's what you're going to do. Then when it comes to the 2 things that you want to do to make sure you're eligible, okay? So those are the things that you want to do to signal to TikTok that you want to be an affiliate program. Now to become eligible, there's 2 things you got to do. You want to make sure that your account is in good standing with TikTok. So when you click on your profile where your face is, we're going to go to your profile now. On your profile, click TikTok Studio, the TikTok Studio that's on your profile. It takes you to the tools page. Now, my tools screen has changed. Just like we have these little cute little fan club little emoji things now, and the traditional hearts have gone away. My TikTok studio has changed, friends. I need to do a screenshot. Maybe I'll talk about that. So it's changed. So the account check feature is actually right at the top. So as soon as you click tools, under tools, I think it was like right there. I have to go back and do a screenshot, but it's right there towards the top of the screen. It used to be where you have to scroll down to get to it. Now it's towards the top. So you're gonna click account check. Should be a box there where you can click it. Click account check. It's gonna run through all your content. And if my friend Wendy, if you are still in the room, I don't know if you're still here or not, but check that because you said you got a community guidelines violation. So check to see if there's something you did with your content. Because again, if you're doing shoppable videos and your account is not in good standing, hello, how are you? You're honorable, Kevin D. Bone. Thank you so much, friend. Um, so if your account is not in good standing, then it will become essentially you won't get into TikTok Shop because you're doing shoppable videos. So you have to make sure that your account is in good standing. You don't have music violations. You don't have any issues with lighting can become a violation. You don't have any issues when it comes to um, what else are some of the issues? Maybe you were driving, maybe you were doing some other things. So there's so many different violations that you can get. So you can appeal it, or you can make it private where only you can see the video. So there's things you can do to change it. And so when you do that, that's one thing you want to do to make sure your account's in good standing. The other thing is saying something words. Yes, thank you, friend. And making unfounded claims. Yeah, that those. So yes, but those are typically with TikTok shoppable videos. I'm saying this is even before you get TikTok Shop. Yeah, so this is even before you get TikTok Shop. So TikTok Shop, what Dee Dee just said, you cannot do that. You cannot make unfounded claims. You got to be careful about what you say. So you want to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to products. So when you are practicing those review videos, you want to make sure that you are not over exaggerating and embellishing the product and making it sound like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. You can't do that. No, so that's a no. You got to be careful to stay focused on the features and benefits and maybe use some I statements. Like, when I use this product, here was my experience. That type of stuff. So just be mindful of how you talk about the product. What would goes your account to be not in good standing? Oh, okay. So what would make your account not in good standing? Essentially, again, some of those things about driving, that's a no. Smoking, drinking, they don't know what's in the cup. I've had people get issues with that. Have issues with TikTok because of that. If your quality of your video is blurred or strobe lighting, I've had people say that they got a violation for that as well. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Correct. Awesome. And so I've had people get talk about that. When it comes to music, that can be a concern too. So if you're using music that is copyrighted music, you can get in trouble that way too. So that just depends on what you're saying or what you're using. And so TikTok will show you a violation. You'll get a green check mark saying everything's good or a red circle if there's something going on with your post that you put out there. Um, you said preaching the truth. Thank you so much, friend. And so when it comes to the other issue, so I said it's two issues. Thank you so much for sharing a lot. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. When it comes to the other issue you want to pay attention to is fake engagement. So TikTok will ban accounts and those accounts will get banned pretty frequently, very randomly. Okay, and then some not so random because my imposter accounts I have some more that have popped up and I submitted a copyright infringement request to have those removed, so they will be banned soon, any day now. And when they get banned, those accounts will go away. And if you are following any of those accounts, then you will have a banned account that you have to remove. Okay, so TikTok does that all the time. They're abandoning accounts. So those numbers, unfortunately, when they banned an account, you essentially have that account to remove. They don't just automatically remove the account. I think they should, but I'm sure there's probably some rationale surrounding like, oh, people have a lot of banned accounts. One day you have 1,000 followers and the next day you have 800 followers because you had to remove 200. They removed all those accounts. So just be cognizant that you've got banned accounts there. A lot of times you do, and you have to go in and remove them. So TikTok takes away your photo and your username, so they strip you back down to the user with all the numbers when they ban an account. So when you go to on your profile again, if you click your followers or your following, click one of those two numbers. I don't care which one you click. Click it, and at the top banner, there's typically a user, a search bar, and I want you to type in the word user. It could be under the friends and followers. Those are the two we're mainly concerned with. Following as well, but type user in those search bar. Ideally, you do all of them if you have more than one, or if you have two or three, put user in each of them just to make sure you covered your bases. So user, USER, user with all the numbers, but we're going to say just the user part. Thank you so much. Appreciate the gifts. Thank you, Ron, for joining as well. Um, User, and then what will happen is that a user, the user will pop up all the list of users with no photo. So the ones with no photo are the ones that TikTok have banned the account. So click the one with no photo. It takes you to the profile. In the middle, it says account banned. Okay. So you want to make sure you are checking this at least once a week. I'd say 2 to 3 times a week if you can keep up with it, just to make sure everything's good to go. Okay. Hey, Ronnie, how are you, friend? And so you type in user, click the photo, takes you to the profile. It says account banned in the middle. In the top right corner is an arrow. You click that arrow. It shows the option to remove the follower, also has blocked. So click remove follower and then confirm, and then go back to your list. And then I say, if it's a friend, unfriend them, so turn them back red. Or if it's a follower, unfollow them, turn them back red. So essentially you are removing your relationship with that person. You're no longer following them. Okay? Good information. Thank you. Appreciate your friend. And so that's what I would tell you to do. Try to make a habit of doing that a couple days a week, at least once a week, but a couple days, especially if you're looking to get in TikTok shop. TikTok sees that as fake engagement, your numbers. So again, you might have 1,000 followers, but when you do this account check, this check for banned accounts, you could have 30 banned accounts there. So actually, you only have 970 followers once you remove all those banned accounts. So again, you want to be intentional about removing those. Okay, friends, I did not get through all my I did not get through all my chats about branding, but I did 3 videos. It was a series. Go back and look at the series because it talks through in a very intentional way. How do you think about adding value? Thank you so much, Dee Dee, because I have a 1 o'clock, so I really not now I need to hustle for real. So I'm gonna talk really quickly. Give me about 5 minutes, but I'm gonna talk really quickly. So my 3 videos. Go back and watch my videos. The very first one. Actually, I want you to watch the last 4 videos. Okay. And if you have time, maybe watch the last 5 videos. Because the 5 videos in, I talk about agencies. So I want you to be intentional about getting an agency. And then my 4th video in, I talk about viral worthy content in terms of finding your target audience, okay? And finding out who are the people you want to engage with your content and come to your live. So I kicked off this series by talking really about that first, even though I didn't make it part of my series. But go back and watch that because I want you to be intentional. And then my first episode of the series, it was all about branding secrets for my beginners. I talked about adding value. Every time you talk, every time you go live, every time you have content, you want to add value to your content for your audience. So first you need to know who's your audience, and then you want to add value. Okay? Value may be me talking about TikTok shop, how to get in TikTok shop. Value may be me sharing information about making sure you understand your brand. Again, add value for your audience. That's how you're going to get people coming back. Okay. And so my next tip was talking about really brand recognition. So you want to make sure your brand is recognizable. So if you have a name that's not a name that people, how you doing, Rachel Sunflower? How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you, Wendy. Thank you so much for being here, listening and driving. How you doing? Keep Paul. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. And so, if you want to have brand recognition, and I shared that because I want your profile to be optimized. I want your profile to be something where people know you from, whether it's your profile photo. It could be an image. Your brand could be an image too. It doesn't have to be your actual picture, your actual face. Your brand name, your nickname at the top, in your username. You want to have some type of consistency between the two where there's that brand recognition. Ideally, in a perfect world, you have it where all your social media is aligned, so people can know, okay, let me go to this page for Dr. Lisa, launch your income. And so that's important. When it comes to your bio, people need to know that you're talking to them. Okay, that this is for them. You're supporting them. And so that recognition is important, and it should also be reflected in your content. Okay. And then my third tip, and that was today, I posted this morning earlier today. Go ahead and look at that video. My third tip is that I want you to make sure your content is leading to a solution. Okay. So if you really know your audience, and that goes back to what I say in this live all the time, if you know who your audience is, you know that demographic, you know that psychographic, again, how they think, what they value, how they feel, what they're passionate about, and then you know their pain points. What's challenging them? What is the thing they're struggling with? What is the thing that they didn't even know they needed, but you gave them that solution? They're like, I need that. Okay. So you want to make sure you are leading them towards a solution. So if you are talking to your audience, how do you make sure that when you're talking, you're saying, okay, here's what you need. Here's what you need from me. Here's what you need to get. Here's how I can help you. Here's why you want to follow me. You are giving them that call to action. Okay. So you want to be intentional in that way. So I walked you through literally in my last, I'm going to say 4 videos. Again, some gems I dropped. I'm just going to tell you, those are some gems. So if you go back and look at your content and those things are not reflected in your content, then there's something you're missing. You're missing a step in this. So I want you to be intentional about that. Okay, friends? Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate your friend. And so, really quickly, if you need support from me, if you need help, if you need Dr. Lisa to help you with your strategy, whether you want to schedule a meeting, a one-on-one with me, I have that available. If you want to grab my bundle is where you get a lot of access to me. So when I talked about people going to my Instagram group chat, people connecting with me, offline, it's because they have access to me. I meet with them. I schedule meetings. I also have a group chat where you can go into DMs and I can send a voice memo, or we can chat over there. We can schedule meetings as well. So, and if you get a one-on-one with me, I offer 2 for 1. So you get the first meeting, it's the initial meeting, and then you can get a follow-up meeting with me. Okay, so I do 2 meetings for the price of 1. And then the main event product in there is I'm an affiliate for the Ultimate Branding course. And so my last video I talked about that as something else you might want to consider getting if you're really interested in branding, if you're looking for a comprehensive course. And it's comprehensive, like I said, it's 54,000 people in the school community, so it's a lot of people. But at the end of the day, you get me because I don't leave you high and dry. So if you have questions, if you're lost or you're trying to figure out how to get started, you have me that we can talk, we can meet. I have a group chat that you're in, and so I don't want you to leave feeling out here in the cold and trying to figure this thing out. So you have somebody who could be part of your team. So it's just a matter of you taking that initiative. All right, friends, if you want to grab it stuff real quick, click my photo in the top corner. My mini profile will pop up. If you click my profile again, it is going to take you to my profile screen here. And then I'm going to click my Stand Store link. And this is how you can go to my page. It is in my main profile, the Stand Store link. And then I told you about UBC. So if you're interested in UBC, you can get the sneak peek. I'll send you some emails about it, or you can look at the actual product itself. It is a whole community. It is $4.99, and it walks you through all the stuff that they offer with UBC. So I am affiliate, and so we talk all the time about brand deals. We talk about being an affiliate for TikTok Shop. You can be affiliate for different companies. That's it. And so I'm an affiliate for UBC. I'm an affiliate for Stand Store. I'm an affiliate for Amazon. So I'm an affiliate for TikTok Shop. So all those products, you can promote your products and put clickable links for those products in your content. So when I think about my YouTube, I usually use a web camera, although I'm not today. I didn't connect the web camera, but I use a web camera. I have a light that is part of my light there. And I usually post those 2 in my affiliate link for YouTube, this YouTube description. And then when it comes to thinking about my other content on my page, you can put your affiliate links for different things too. So TikTok Shop actually has been really great about making sure you now can take your affiliate links to other content, so you can other platforms. So you can definitely do that. My bundle, what I talked about earlier, I'm not going to be able to go through it. If you do decide to purchase, let me click it real quick. If you do decide to purchase, recognize that it has master resale rights. You are getting all this included, as well as being put in my Instagram group chat. So you get access to me. You get added to a community of people. It's 150 people in that group chat where we are connecting and growing. We want to see each other be successful. And then there's the mini course on Digital Marketing 101, which is the fundamentals. So if UBC is like 40 hours of content, this is going to be a 3-hour course to give you what you need to understand this business model. Live streaming is a subset of digital marketing. Affiliate marketing, TikTok Shop, subset of digital marketing. Anything you do digitally. Getting brand deals, subset of digital marketing. Social media content creation and posting, digital marketing. So I want you to understand what you're trying to do here and how do you grow. So this course is going to give you the fundamentals of getting in the business and having a product, whether it's a physical or digital product that you're offering to your community. So, or your services, your one-on-ones, whatever you're offering. Um, you also learn about branding masterclass. So teach you about how to brand yourself, as well as your Canva mastery. So you're gonna learn how to design things and leverage Canva as a design platform. And then you get the playbook. So in the playbook, it kind of walks you through over the next 30 days for the next 4 weeks. What are you doing to make sure you're talking to your audience and going live? So you're building your community, you're going live. But then in the background, you are doing these digital marketing courses. So you're going to create your brand in week 1. Week 2, I want you to create your digital product or physical product, whatever that product is or solution is for your community. Week 3, I want you to put it in the storefront. I use Stand Store, but you might want to use Beacon, System.io, Etsy, Shopify, whatever you want to use. And then week 4, you're going to launch. And then, like I said, you get added to my group chat, and then you also get access to me. And then I walk through this entire product offering on my YouTube. So if you purchase, I'm not going to be able to do it today, but if you purchase, you can go to my YouTube channel and literally click to get all the information about what I offer in this product. Okay? So that is there. And then last but not least, I have some other products for going live. So people want the 3-page checklist. And then I have a product to help you understand how to know who your audience is, how to identify your niche, um, as well as your target audience, and going live. And then you can also meet with me. So you're welcome to do a one-on-one. Like I said, I have that available. And then if you are somebody who is nervous and shy and you don't know how to take action, I have a free download. You can grab that, and that'll help you understand how to be unstoppable, how to set goals, how to shift your mindset, and ultimately how to be successful. So all that is in my Stand Store. If you want to grab anything, you're more than welcome to grab it. I got off task. I should have been talking about that about 20 minutes ago. But I'm happy to talk about it with you all. So let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all who are joined. Thank you. I saw you, Miss Coach Vicky, coming in. I saw your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, all who have joined. Sandy, I appreciate you. I got to go to my meeting, y'all. All right. I'll chat with y'all later. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, my YouTube friends, thank you so much for being